you to cut that hand right now.
And ladies and gentlemen, oh, now you can see me. Kenzo. Hey, it's Kenzo.
Hey.
Hi, Kenzo. Everyone, welcome to another merry weekend of Rocket Rush. This is week number 6. Slowly running out of fingers, but we will get there when we cross that bridge. So, Kenzo, welcome back. Another week of Rocket Rush. And we have some returning faces, some new faces, some, I'm sure, epic matches as per usual. And I'm very excited for this week.
Yeah, I am too. Last week we had a great series matchup. Fortunately, Celis Path is not here with us. They brought in another squad, but I'm excited to see what this will bring up. However, No Hesitation is also back, so that's going to provide lots of challenges for Nameless Esports, who are also back. It's going to be pretty much exciting to see how everything is going to play out.
Well, I can tell you one thing, Kenzo. We have continued to be a little scarce in the prediction category. I think this is finally the week where we could safely say, I think I know who might win.
I believe you.
I think you also might know.
Yeah. Everyone was picking No Hesitation to win it all. They might just take it, to be honest. No offense to Peak Esports official. They said they're gonna win. I'm taking a look at the Twitch chat right now.
Wow. I like the enthusiasm.
Yeah.
I like the optimism. That's what. If you're gonna be crazy enough to somehow beat these guys, because they haven't lost a single best of, so your probability is not where I wish it was. However, I love the optimism. What is it? If there's delusion, there is hope. Not to call you guys delusional. That would be mean. But I'm just saying. So why not? I love an underdog story. There's No Hesitation is the permanent big dog right now. They haven't lost. So, hey, why not? I'm all for it. Shoot. Yeah. Why not?
Yeah.
I'm actually get the stream up.
Yeah, it's actually going to just see if someone can take down No Hesitation. As you know me, I like to make my sports purposes. No Hesitation is like the 07 Patriots. The 07 Tom Brady led Randy Moss. It's gonna be tough to see who is going to play the Giants in this case.
Oh. Well, you better hope. Shoot. Hold on a minute. It's in here somewhere.
Oh no. I think.
No, that's the wrong guy. Hold on. I'll find him. Keep talking, Kenzo.
I feel like I might have triggered something.
Hold on.
Oh man. Yeah.
Is he not in this closet? No.
Okay. But yeah, it's excited just to see what these two teams, are really going to to bring it. Today we got a couple matchups. Zay Premier, who we have seen before in the past. They've played a couple times. Haven't gotten any major wins just so far yet, but we've seen Zay Premier perform. Crow's Nest, I know nothing about this team, so this is the first time that I'm seeing them compete here tonight.
Well, I did plan maybe by the time we get to the final to bring my Eli Manning jersey out, but we're not quite there yet. And no, but I agree. I was listening. Don't worry. I agree with everything you said. And yes, it's going to be interesting. We've seen Zave Premier. We have not seen Have Crow's Nest, have they played before? I know, obviously, we've seen Zave premiere. If Crow's Nest has played, I haven't seen it. I don't think, unless you caught one of their games. While I was sitting out, but
Nah.
I don't think so. They're saying, "What's in the closet? What did you?" There's nothing in the closet. I can even open it up again if you want to see. It's really not that interesting. Let's do that here. I'm telling you. I wish I could say it's more interesting. I really do. It's just a lot of clothes. This door doesn't open all the way. There's too much stuff. Oh!
Well, I guess it does open now.
It does open all the way.
There you go.
There's a lot of shoes, though. Well, now you know, if anyone was ever wondering what's in... It says Big Fella Bro today, but if you've ever wondered what's in Sean Smith's closet, that's what's in Sean Smith's closet.
There you go.
So, yeah, no, I wish it was cooler. Maybe sooner or later. Maybe sooner or later. Maybe one day I'll be in there with the camera. Just to make things interesting. But speaking of interesting, whenever we get to the game, of course, we'll wait for the, I don't know if they're probably just waiting for the people to show. But let's see. What's the bracket? So if Zave Premier or whoever, Crow's Nest, wins, they would go on to play the winner of Peak Esports and WM Titans.
Yeah.
Ooh, I don't know anything about these two, but Peak Esports is coming in, apparently.
Yeah.
Number 1. So
they said they're very confident in taking this whole game, and if you're that confident in your abilities, I say you better back up what you say, because a lot of these players that we have seen have played at levels that I don't think we can even describe. And we've had players literally be one-man armies and, try to, make the top 5 clips of the week that we've seen.
If you take my skill level, I think Kenzo's a lot better than me. I think everyone in this Discord is better than me. And wherever you might find
I'm gold 3, by the way. I'm
Alright, so you might be a little bit higher than me. But, okay, so actually that's perfect. I'm also gold. So if you take me and Kenzo, you put us together, you multiply our skill by like 15, you reach these guys. So that's why we're here in the casters booth and not on there in the tournament bracket. So, yeah. Oh wait, there's 2 Peak Esports. There's Peak Esports and there's Peak Esports. Interesting. Which Peak is Peak? Or are they both Peak? Is it going to be a Peak Finals? Didn't think of that one. All right.
Which peak will peak? Someone says. Well, that's a good question.
Which peak is the real peak?
Yeah.
Is there a fake peak? Is this plagiarism? You can get kicked out of college for that, people. You can get kicked out of college for that.
Yeah.
It's
like the quote that Slim Shady song. Will the real Peak Esports please stand up?
I guess we'll see. Yeah. BYU. Don't know University. Mars Minions, almost Bench Minions. Don't tell me they got a new name this week. Did they change their name again? Well, actually, I could just look. Let's see, rosters. No. There's a guy named Marv on their team, so I think I think I see the correlation. Then we have Banag is back. We have Chuz is back. We have Zave Esports and Zave Premier are back. We have, I think, Ignite Esports, is back. Messiah University is back. Northern Falcons is back. Zave Elite is back.
Yeah, lots of teams are back. And speaking of Zave, they have a game up against Ignite already. So if they, speaking of so Zave Esports does win, they'll take out the winner of Messiah University and Penang.
They won already. They're up to nothing.
Oh come on!
Did Ignite not show up?
What is going on? Oh my god!
They have to have not showed up. If Ignite Esports did show up and they got bombshelled, I'm sorry. But I guess now is our great time to explain the losers bracket. If you lose in the winners bracket, the first time you lose, You will then get sent down to the losers bracket. The winners bracket is a best of 3 until the grand finals, which is a best of 5. The team in the winners bracket, or the team who comes from the winners bracket, will have a 1-game advantage. In the losers bracket, it is a best of 1, and then until I believe the losers final, which is a best of 3, and then whoever wins the losers final will move on to the grand final, down 1-0 in a best of 5 deficit. So yeah, that's the rules. If you need to clip it. If you want to go watch it again, watch it again. Free will was created for a reason. So
yeah.
Welcome ZB Esports to round 2, and welcome Ignite Esports to the losers bracket, I guess. I didn't see that coming.
Yeah, I guess so. That was weird. I guess Ignite probably didn't show up, or maybe they got curb stomped. We don't know. It's about 39 teams playing today, so we can't monitor them all.
We do have a lot.
Yeah,
it's a good tourney.
Different from our record from 42 last week, so
that's right. We are down a little bit. Was 42? Wait, we had the stream on Sunday last week, right?
Yeah. So
we had 42 teams sign up. So we have the sign up record. The actual player sign up, I think, was like 30 teams. Because remember how many DQs there were?
Oh, there was a
lot of DQs. This week, though, I mean, unless Ignite isn't here, or if they are here and they just happen to, get stomped, I don't think we have any of those. So let's see. Is there anything else? Zave Elite is up 1-0. There's Zave Challenger too. Oh,
I did not even realize that.
And they have Captain Punch is a scammer.
These team names are something.
I like this week compared to other weeks. I like the names this so far.
Creative.
One of them's a little on the fence for me, but the rest of them were looking good. I do wish I knew what Rost could stand for something. Rapidly ascending software technicians. Or it's just Rost.
Good. I normally don't question team names, half the time. I'll just say, people have very, very creative imaginations. I'll say that.
We also have Zave Elite versus Registered Nurse. That's it. Imagine a Rocket League team full of all registered nurses. Are you kidding? Zave Elite's up 1-0 already. That's why they're nurses, people. So, let's see. Zave Elite. I only have seen Zave Elite. They give us a little apology for the delays. Don't even stress it. We will talk while you guys figure it out. We could go on forever. Trust me. We are all backbones for each other. Anything in the Twitch chat? Let's see.
So far, nothing. Just a lot of people getting excited for it. Right now, 25 people in the chat. What's going on, guys?
They say the nurses catching strays. Hold on. They might be catching strays, but the stats do speak. The registered nurses are down 1-0. They're catching them. They're getting hit with them. Let's see. Anything else interesting? Nope, nothing quite yet. If we have if we have a winner's semifinal of all these Zave teams, this is gonna be like the 85 March Madness where 3 Big East teams were in the Final Four.
For real.
Which was Georgetown, St. John's, and one other one, maybe Villanova. Only one of those teams has been moderately successful in the past couple of years. I think St. John's might be a fraud this year. I'm sorry. I love St. John's. Listen, Rick Pitino's my dog. He's my dog. But they don't got the same team this year. They don't got the same team. But anyway, that's besides the point.
It's remind me of the Cosmo playoffs. Back before they did the whole 16-team bracket. There's only 4. And all the time you had a lot of SEC teams. So you had Alabama. You had Georgia in there. Sometimes you may have a Big Ten team in there. So sometimes it's pretty much like that. Just the Big 4 top people in there.
Now they have the Big 10, which is like the Big 15, and usually only Big 3 make it into anything. They have the Big East, which is the small East at this point. Usually only one team makes it to the tourney, if one even makes it. College sports, huh? That's why you're here. That's why you're here.
Yeah, college sports.
I've heard Indiana had a great game against Penn State. Because my one buddy who goes to Indiana drove 9 hours. That's a long drive.
I feel like if you're a Penn State fan, you might as well just pack it up for the season. It's a lost cause.
Long day for those guys. Long day. Goodness. Let's see. What else? Tomfoolery. What other tomfoolery is going on these days? The games still haven't changed much. Xavier Elite's only up 1-0. Unless it's changed. Nope. They did win 4-2. It's not a complete, stomp. This is a little bit better. But nothing else. I mean, if other stuff has started, nothing's changed yet. Might be some OTs. We had a lot of overtimes last week.
Especially in the finals between Solus Pass and another team I forgot the name of. That game going to overtime and just the performance of them, they didn't have it. It just figuring out that even with the down game, even if you're down a game, we saw the other team just kind of come back and still with the least effort, it wasn't enough, but they did manage to give Solus Path just a little bit flag. But now with no hesitation back, it's gonna be tough. It's gonna be real tough.
They are as what's his name said. Who's Oh, alrighty. All right, and we're into round 2. Game 2.
So a bit of production just let us know. Zay Premier got the first game. They are already up 1 game. Zay Premier won 3-1, and we are already off to probably a good start. As Zay Premier, we've seen them before. Crow's Nest, they have Arc, Gage, and Sarb. I hope I'm really pronouncing that name right. Some of these players get really creative with their names. As we can just see, here's Dead Walker gonna try jump around 2 players, can't find anything. So Rob is gonna meet him dead center, and it's so far just an even stalemate here in the second game.
I like Sarab. We'll go with Sarab. Unless the Twitch chat wants to let us know otherwise, I like Sarab. We'll go with that one. So yeah, Zay Premier up 1-0, as of course Kenzo pointed out. And well, the score was 3-1, so hard to say if it was, because a 3-1 win could be a defining 3-1 or it could be a squeaky 3-1. We don't quite know which one, so we're gonna assume, because that would be good media, that Crow's Nest had a little doozy and they're gonna tie this series up, because that would be great. That would be great streaming and great content. So hopefully I'm not lying to you guys. Oh my goodness. Okay, that was a bit close.
Crow's Nest, they almost had that goal, but just in the nick of time, Zay Premier gets that great save. Just in the nick of time. You see a lot of these teams with a lot of just close goals, and we saw that. We saw just a lot of the times that these goals just really, they can't get that boost that they needed. And you can just see so much back and forth. 3-10, and neither team still hasn't gotten a goal on each other.
Arc's gone under the ball. He's missed it. Crow's Nest still has an opportunity here. Dead Walker's going to come up and go under control. He might try to pinch this. Misses the pinch as Gage comes flying in. Tyler's one of the last on defense, and he will make the defense cleared up towards the center. It looks like Yoko Sarab on the ceiling coming down. Won't get the ball. Gage is right there. Is there going to be follow-up? Is going to try and smack it right down? What's the deal? He's controlling the ball. Cleared by Yoko. And it goes right back towards Cronus' side.
I thought for... Yeah, I thought for a second, wait a minute, gotta get out. Okay, I was going to say for a second that I thought that maybe Gates was trying to go for an assist because he was up on the wall. Oh my goodness, that was almost a goal. I thought for a second he was going to try to do that little double tap play from the assist, but looks like he didn't have anybody to kind of make a play. As right now 2-10, Sarab with the control off the wall, needs somebody to get there. Xavier playing very risky with this ball. I'm not sure they have anything going as Ark trying to get the shot, but a Zay Premier defender already just met him. Clock nearing 1 minute. Ark just to go up, but there's a great play from Zay Premier.
Well, we've seen Zayf Premier. They are a very solid defensive team. Maybe when we get to the end of this game, I'll go back to last week's tourney and look at the scores. Or actually, maybe I could look at our nice little spreadsheet that our wonderful production crew has made for us. But lots of defense this game. Of course, you know, the Sky's blue 0-0 game. Of course, there's defense. But we're seeing a lot of attack. This isn't a stalemate. This is a punch and counter punch kind of game. Who can get out on the break faster? And why is it goes off the right post? Ark is still looking for it. If he has any teammates to back him up, he might have something here. He still has 30 boost. He can work with it. There's no boost to collect in the corner. Now there is. Will someone go to get it? It's in the middle. And the only person in the middle is Tyler. It gets pinched up. Gage on the ceiling looking in. 1 minute remaining. That's fizzling out a little bit. Ark in the corner. Ark dribbling on top of the car. Coming in. That gets
my
it out of there
goodness.
to the left corner. Well, depending, maybe right corner if you're in the goal, of course. Ark still flying it. There's pressure by Crow's Nest, but it feels flat. It feels flat.
It very does feel flat, but I guess you could chalk it up to both these teams just having great defenses. Almost 30 seconds left. Neither team is either budging, and it gets to the point where it's like, what can we do to at least get a score? Sorrow up in the air, looks for that double tap. No, Zay Premier equally read him like a book, almost like he is reading his inputs. Ark gonna miss with the attempt. But right now, Crow's Nest, they have a second, but they're running out of time. 15 seconds up. This might go into overtime if neither team could get the shot on 10 seconds left. Off the wall to the Ark. They got it. Gage with the shot on there. No, he can't get it. They got to get it out of the time. 2, 1, 0 seconds. This game might go to overtime. Oh, my Lord. It's still on the air. They're trying to get a play off. Zay Premier with the epic save. Yoko with a pass over to Ark. Ark can't get anything with but nothing but great defense. Deadwalker with a chance. My goodness, and we're headed to overtime.
We haven't had it be that close, maybe ever.
Ever.
That is as close to a goal as you could get, and that would have won the game. What I'll say, since they didn't score, of course, and Zay Premier was able to defend. Zay Premier looks so coordinated on defense. Obviously, that's a bit unlucky as Gage is looking, won't find it. Sarab's coming in through the corner. Good defense by Zay Premier. But Zay Premier have the defense under control. They don't look like they're scrambling, right? The ball's on their side. Crow's Nest has had the possession battle. But Zay Premier looks like they're so okay with that. They probably completely fine. I'm sure they're very relieved to go to overtime after Crow's Nest almost scored. But it doesn't. This isn't a game where I'm thinking Crow's Nest has the upper hand. It looks like they're both just playing their own style. Zay Premier, who might be able to find something, won't be able to.
No.
But there's a
Off
still
the double
hanging
tap.
out there. Can Tyler get there? He gets there. Is there follow up?
No.
No. There's no follow up.
No, there isn't. But there's a bump from Tyler. Looks like he's trying to get something. Gage without the attach. I thought something was going to happen there. No, Gage is going to cut it off. He's going to ride the wall. Going to probably follow that up in the air. No, he's going to completely miss. Tyler's going to back off. I don't know if that was a smart decision. Off the wall, looks for that double tap. We're seeing a lot of players try to go for that double tap instead of maybe trying to set something up, or maybe that is the thing. As we're a minute and 30 deep into this overtime, neither team has budged so far. Great defense from both these teams as Ark pops it into the air, tries to send it over to a teammate. No, a little bit of time, and Sarab finally with the goal, and Crow's Nest ties the series.
I'm still, it's so hard to understand what Crow's Nest wants to do on offense. It just, that goal felt like it just almost fell into their lap. It didn't feel created. Maybe this is a bit mean. It didn't feel like it was okay, I'm saying a lot. This is bad English. It didn't feel that there was communication on that. Of course, you can only do what's in front of you. You take your opportunity as you can. Zay Premier did not handle the ball that game. And not handle it isn't they're turning it over, they're making bad plays off the wall and stuff. No. They didn't have the ball. Crow's Nest had the ball for a majority of the game. I was very curious to see if it stays that way as Game 3 goes underway. Zay Premier has to show a bit more on offense. If Crow's Nest is going to take that opportunity, then Zay Premier's left a hole open. You can't complain about Crow's Nest. You can only say Zay Premier left a hole in their goal. And guess what? Top right bends. It's a great finish. It's a great finish.
Yeah, it is. And, like you said, even though it was Xavier didn't allow any goals, they really didn't get a chance to make any great plays. And every play that they tried to make was just equally shut down by Crow's Nest. And speaking of Crow's Nest, they have great possession with the possession off the wall. That was nearly an own goal as Tyler just gets that touch. But also a demo. Xavier looks to do that as Yoko tries to go over two players here. Can't do that, buddy, unless you got godlike skills, but we've seen a lot of these players somehow just maneuver around three players.
Well, I think Zay Premier is trying to get a little bit more aggressive this game, with only a minute gone, hard to say, as Arc is going to not necessarily clear it, but just get it out from the box. And we need, I don't want to harp on a topic, because sometimes it means we're running out of topics. But Zay Premier, they got to find something, and then Walker's going to put it in the back of the net. I need a replay because there were 4 cars over there. Let's see this.
Watch this one more time. Dead Walker.
This is sweet. Hits off
gonna go
the
off the
ceiling.
backboard.
Oh, it's an own goal.
That look an own goal.
Well, you can only you take what you get and you don't get upset. That's what they teach you back in elementary school. So Dead Walker will be given the goal, and I don't know who it was. Maybe Gage that put it in the back of their own net. But long story short, Zay Premier is up 1-0.
Yeah. I can kind of see what Gage was trying to do, at least try to reset the ball and try to get it down onto the field so his team can make a play. But sometimes in Rocket League, you don't do what you intend to do, and that time Gage, really, I'm pretty sure he did not mean to put it in the back of his own net.
If I ever meet someone that intended to put it in the back of their net, then long day. Oh, Sarah! Just do it yourself, my friend! And you know what? I think someone was there to stop it. He just bulldozed right through. Let's see this. Sarah comes in hot. Tyler's there. And just too much firepower in that car. There was a guy. It didn't matter. A rough angle by Tyler, but Crow's Nest has tied it up. Yeah.
I mean, Sarab just pretty much bulldozed 2 people, says, I'm going right through you, there's nothing you can do about it. As Gage wants to get it towards the net, and Crow's Nest has the lead with 3 minutes on the clock. Arg with that touch, he gets it flying back, but Gage pops it in like he's Shaquille O'Neal and just dunks it in the net.
Well, ball don't lie, apparently, in Rocket League too, because Crow's Nest has technically scored 3 goals this game. So, don't want to don't want to bash Zay Premier, but there's been. Don't tell me they're just gonna score. Is that okay?
Oh my god! I thought if Dead Walker made that play,
that would have been that would have been great. But there's no offense. This is, I think Crow's Nest. Their plan. Is that?
No!
Off the right. It's gonna be off the right. There's follow up though. No, it's off on the defensive block. Okay, good defense. Good defense by Zay Premier. Very good defense there.
Nearly got it in towards the net. 2 close calls. You don't get that often. Very much as Art tries to beat with his teammate. Looks for that pinch. It does work out a bit in their favor as Sarab's gonna miss completely. Art cuts that off. Not gonna allow any Zay Premier a chance at that ball. But Yoko says, hold up, wait a minute. Here's what I'm about to do. Fakes the pass off the crossbar. But they're gonna back out just completely. Or are they? Tyler thought he had something. No, there's a tip from Zay Premier, but it gets equally denied again by Crow's Nest. Crow's Nest really wants to win this series. Nearing 150, they gotta help hang on to this lead. All the ball, Zay Premier gotta get back there. They do just to take a time. Are gonna make that shot, and he does.
Crow's Nest, that's a beautiful goal right there. That's a beautiful goal. When they say this is Rocket League, that's Rocket League. That's Rocket League. A dime from the left corner from Sarab, and Arc is just in the right spot. That is the most technically sound goal we're going to see in this entire tournament. Right there.
Yeah, I can see it. As Gage. Oh my goodness, Gage, no!
Right there, bro. Chill out.
Oh my goodness. Imagine if he actually pulled that off. That would be top 5 clip right there.
Then we would have probably seen the most mechanical goal of the tournament so far. We can't have both in one game, Crow's Nest. You have to let the rest of the competition get their shot. Oh my goodness. this is the Crow's Nest show though. This is I'm the gas. There's no gas for Zay for me. The game's gone. It's just unless something changes within this minute 10, losers bracket is calling. I'm sorry.
Yeah, and the thing with Zave Esports is that for some strange reason, anytime we do feature them and talk about them, they seem to just head in towards the losers bracket and just somehow dominate there. I don't know what's going on with the lower bracket and them. Maybe they like it as Tyler scores.
Ooh, that's a good finish.
I pretty much agree. Dead Walker, he gets credit with the assist. Tyler comes out from the left side, gets it in towards that top right corner. And now down go with 49 seconds left. It's really not down and out for Zay Premier. They have to pull off something. Try to get that kickoff, but they think a Tyler's going to fly through the air. No, he misses. Gage! Oh, Gage just gets it with that touch.
He had the boost. If Gage didn't have any boost, that would have been a crazy goal. But 35 seconds left. With that goal, there is a shot. With that, unless Sarab's just going to score right here and put it to bed. No. This is your counterattack. This is your get past Arc. Gage is going to be there. You still have numbers. You have to look for a goal here. There's 20 seconds left. If you have to play another counterattack, you're not going to have the time. You have to find one right now for Zay Premier, but it's looking very bleak. Stuck in that corner. You have all 6 cars hanging around. As the bus parked, it looks like...
No! Oh, no!
Oh, it hit the crossbar. It's flying out.
It's not over yet.
They've parked the bus. There's 3 people in the net. They're not going to be able to score. We're running out to 2 seconds. 1 second. It's hit the floor. Crow's Nest is moving to the next round.
Oh man, that was so close for Zay Premier. That shot almost made an end, but Gage did not let it happen. That was twice that Zay Premier almost tied it up. The first time they had something going, but it was just not there in the nick of time. And then the second, during the final 10 seconds, they had something, but it was just too off that crossbar, a little too high.
And too little, too late. When your best opportunity of the game is coming with a minute left, that's not good.
Yeah.
Anyone will tell you that, any sport. When your best opportunity comes with a minute left, it's tough. Crow's Nest, I think, not to say Zay Premier played badly. We saw they could play good defense. They can collect themselves on defense, but they have to take this opportunity in the losers bracket. They won game 1. They could be game 1 Andes, and that's perfect for the losers bracket. You only play 1 game. So, Crow's Nest had the better series. They will move on to the next round. And we will be, unless you have something to say, Kenzo?
No.
Beautiful. We will be on to the next round. Stick around. Me and Kenzo are not going anywhere. But we are giving you a short break for round 2. Congratulations, Crow's Nest. Welcome to the second round. Zay Premier, you're still in it in the losers bracket. This is Nameless Esports. We'll be back.
Back wall, looking to make the pass happen. Sky's there to contest. A hand up now. Sky pinches it off the sidewall. Will just be collected by Breezy. And now looking for the double tap. Div puts the final shot on off the crossbar. Will not go in quite yet, but finally Div puts in the goal to win this game number 2. And the side of Team Silence are going to win this series in a 2-0 fashion. For now, trying to see if you can break this stalwart defense by the side of Team Silence.
Honestly, at this point, it's looking like that is a no, but obviously at this level of gameplay, things can absolutely change. Sky with a demo and a murderous goal there. It was impossible to see. He used his enemy as the shot put. Lose it all as well, which is exactly what Ignite is looking for, but I'm not exactly so certain that it will happen. I mean, look at the control from Random Shot. He's playing as much time as he wants, and Nava's taking it up as well for a little bit of fun action. Flip reset, and that is just in from Nava, scoring him a goal for this game with 2 seconds remaining, and it looks like this game is all but over.
Yeah, it's been dominant from the side of B. Kamachi. All 3 players in the same spot. It gets taken away from them by Chuz, and they will score. Chuma that one. So now will be a minute 55 left to play with. You still need 3 goals to tie things up. Will be a counterattack coming in. Polar off the back wall sends it. Another one. A double tap, a triple tap from Polar. Oh my goodness. Another goal is tallied for the side of No Hesitation.
It just
feels like the pressure is different, even when the ball, even though.
Sith gets the touch. Will be Nightya there to collect. Polar puts it towards net. Magic has to make a good touch. It's going to be off the back wall. Magic the double tap in order to clear this out. Great job from him. Sith tries to put it past Nightya. Will not be able to find it. Velocity's up, so Woofy's there first, though. And now Magic up as well. That's going to be everyone pushed forward for the side of Zave Esports. It's going to be a tricky defense. Nightya's got the flip reset just to like to play it forward. Get past everyone. Nightya, the mind games pay off. They thought he'd flip reset it over, so Woofy jumps. Magic jumps. Nightya just drops down. Easy tap in, says thank you for that one.
Not to Stellar. Vi gets it out of the way. Vi's going to bring it up the wall. He's going to look towards the middle. He has Breezy in the middle. He's going to get it to him. 3 back.
Hey, whoa, Div! Are we stat padding? He just bumped his own teammate.
Div, that was actually a beautiful read. That's actually a really tough call to cut across your team.
What Zave Esports can do to, you know, mitigate their losses, but and try not to lose this game one by more than 1 goal. And what is this play coming up from Zave Esports? Are you kidding me? It looks like it was maybe a double commit. I don't want to, you know, talk down on these guys' team play, but look at that. What?
Shrinks back into their box and wait as Risky comes off the ceiling, gets a reset beautifully, puts it top ends. Again, the story completely flips for ADSF. They looked a little bit impotent in the first game, and they show that that is not their character.
A pinch out from Roxer, almost spelling danger for ADSF, but now it's Ness looking for the flip reset over one, gets the double tap! Are you kidding me? That is the response that we are looking for. Ness says, I'm going to do it all myself, flip reset over 2, and then the double tap. Oh!
I mean, they're playing 2 on top of each other. They're too flustered. The anger and the, I guess, pressure is getting to them incredibly well here.
Oh my goodness! What a shot!
Yes, he is showing the pressure, and that is a backboard touch. I honestly thought he was on the wrong team and scored in his own.
Defense, and there was no one there to play defense. No, it's a disaster. 4-4 for disaster. Oh,
Pretty much as Taliska goes another goal. 5-4. This game is not over just yet, folks. Portuguese Bim Bam looks to say game over. Now the 8th.
L was coming in to try and get that one in, but Monk just was there for the clear. They can get this one. Oh, no, they have 2 seconds left as
No, it's not possible.
L finally gets the redemption, and he'll cement that goal, giving his touch. Has Reeker waiting for it, goes right to Reeker off the wall, but Fast is wiser to it. Sith's now going to struggle to try and keep it out. Gets a beautiful reset and sends it to Reeker. What a beautiful play by Sith as he freezes the ball in net, or excuse me, in the middle of the air, and gets a tremendous reset. And Reeker was ready the whole time.
Yeah, you have to. And that was a great analogy. Is you can just see as, oh my goodness, Monk already shut me up.
What a reset!
The Capsters can't happen to be a game, can it? As Monk, he has that reset, fakes out. Yeah, they are. They almost had something. Rotating up had something on, but just equally denies. Monk gets a shot.
Oh,
that boy towards the net, and Fast
Where
is going
does
to
that
tie it
come
up.
from? Where does that come from?
I don't know.
He's
but
on the ceiling. The ceiling reset. He knows to hold it the whole time. He's...
Back wall, looking to make the pass happen. Sky's there to contest. A hand up now. Sky pinches it off the sidewall. Will just be collected by Breezy. And now looking for the double tap. Div puts the final shot on off the crossbar. Will not go in quite yet, but finally Div puts in the goal to win this game number 2. And the side of Team Silence are going to win this series in a 2-0 fashion. For now, trying to see if you can break this stalwart defense by the side of Team Silence.
Honestly, at this point, it's looking like that is a no, but obviously at this level of gameplay, things can absolutely change. Sky with a demo and a murderous goal there. It was impossible to see. He used his enemy as the shot put. Lose it all as well, which is exactly what Ignite is looking for, but I'm not exactly so certain that it will happen. I mean, look at the control from Random Shot. He's playing as much time as he wants, and Nava's taking it up as well for a little bit of fun action. Flip reset, and that is just in from Nava, scoring him a goal for this game with 2 seconds remaining, and it looks like this game is all but over.
Yeah, it's been dominant from the side of B. Kamachi. All 3 players in the same spot. It gets taken away from them by Chuz, and they will score. Chuma that one. So now
we are back. We're back after that wonderful 2 games that we caught again between Crow's Nest and Zabe Premier, which is a wonderful 3-game series to start the day. Is always good. Always good. Now we have Zabe Esports going against Banag. And we've got it 100% right this time that it's Banag. Last week was like, okay, maybe we got it. The first week we didn't. We got it wrong completely.
Oh yeah, we
heard
completely
from
wrong.
Him. So
yeah,
this week we got it.
Yeah. So if any Banag players are watching, we got your name right. Don't.
Thank you for helping us. We got it.
Yes. Always help us out. We're still growing. Speaking of these 2 teams, Zabe Esports has by far been exactly what we expected usually. Zabe Esports, they're no strangers, honestly. But the story with them is that they've competed multiple times in this tournament and have never come up, except for, during our Halloween week where they managed to break the curse, as I guess I kind of coined that term for them. They broke their curse and they finally won. Then last week they were unfortunate to not get that done. Meanwhile, Banag, usually it's a 50-50 if they're gonna move on or not.
So I'm looking at our fantastic tournament dashboard, and I'll say this: there's a 100. You didn't hear it from me. You heard it from the dashboard. % chance Zabe Esports will win this one. They've gotten second place, first place, and third place. Banag, who is not bad, they've played actually very, I think, 7th place out of all these teams is really good. And still 13th means you were better than 50% of the people who joined. However, Zabe Esports has played in a lot more games. They've played in 33 total sets compared to Banag's 8. They've won 26 total sets compared to 4 for Banag. I mean, 4 for 8 isn't a bad probability, though. They've played 63 games compared to the 13 Banag has played. They've won 41 of those. Banag has won 7, which I think is actually a better probability. But Hey, don't take it from me. Take it from the dashboard. That's all I'll say as we are on to game 1.
Yeah. And again, like you said, Zape Esports, they do have the higher skill and a higher preference because of Zape Esports. A lot of times they've been in this scenario, always top 3. So usually they're no stranger to playing at a consistent level. But I'm not gonna count out Benang here, because you very much know that it could always just be an upset. This is a lot of the time we've seen upsets before in this series.
And Zave Esports are known losers bracket Lewises. Every single time they've come in second or first place, it's been out of the losers bracket. And of course, their third place is from the grand finals of the losers bracket. So we'll see. Maybe Zave Esports can come in through the winners bracket this time. Maybe Benag is a good opponent for them. Benag not as experienced, of course, we were saying. But you can't, like you said, you cannot. Okay, that's off the crossbar.
Ooh.
You can't count Benag out. This team. We're gonna, now that we get to see them for the 3rd time, we'll start to learn a little bit more. Okay, what level are these guys on? Zave Reeker is locked in, so we're gonna have to see how locked in they are against Zave Esports as a team, because Zave Esports will make you play as a team. They will not have these one-on-one fiascos. They will make you play as a team and make you think awfully hard.
Yeah, and they usually make teams punish for their mistakes. You leave a guy open, you leave one or two chances, they will absolutely take it. As right now, it looks to be Zape Esports on the defensive side, as Benag is obviously playing very good defense, not very good defense, and there's Reeker locked in as always. He said it best, he's locked in, and he scores the opening goal.
I mean, I'm not going to say this is unexpected, but a nice strong start for Zave Esports, getting that goal in front. Now, we've talked about it in the past couple weeks, especially when you're talking about the great teams playing as other great teams. The best teams force their play style onto the opposing team. Don't tell me he's just going to score again.
He did it again!
2 shots, 2 goals, both from Reeker. Ooh, he's locked in, yo. He is locked. Okay.
He's locked in. He wants to do it again. He wants to be the redemption story. Be like, hey, look, we came 3rd place. We were close, but we want another one. We want to be a 2-time champs.
And going back, Zave Esports so good in the counterattack. If Benag commits too much, which, especially when you're down 2-0, it's really hard to have a play style where you don't overcommit. Oh, and Benag's gonna get one back. Zave Esports almost got back to that one. Let's see, who could it have been? Lavar with a great finish. Let's see, Lavar gets it over.
That was Reeker.
Was it Reeker?
Yeah, it was Reeker. Ooh. I saw Reeker. He tried to get that last second save in, but it did not work out in his favor. It almost looked like he tried to get that save, but he was like, it's awkward. In those cases, when you have that awkward goal, the best option is you either go for it and risk making a save, but sometimes you just have to let it go.
Of course, at this level, you're gonna go for the save. But yeah. Benag, a good answer. There's a different word I was looking for, but a quick answer. You have 2 minutes to play with now. You can 100% score a goal in 2 minutes. As Dr. Duck is going to look for the goal. He's going to just score it right now. He doesn't need the 2 minutes. It's 2-2 with 2 minutes left. Dr. Duck puts it in. Well, they had plenty of time to get the second goal. I didn't need to tell him that.
Yeah.
And, another close save, though. It's another one. Zave Esports is just a second late on defense. A second late. They're right there, but not quite on time.
Yeah, they're just so close to getting that save. About a hairpin late, a nanosecond late. Oh, I thought that was gonna be a shot, but Dr. Duck, no relation to Daffy Duck, gets that save in the nick of time. Benag proving that they are not the slackers that they are. That someone, not me, including, that they are proven to be.
Let's see how quick Zave Esports can make a statement. You gave up the 2 goals. You live with it. It's back to 0-0. You know you could score. You know you could defend. been a second late. You just want that one opportunity as it hits off the crossbar. There's your opportunity. Reeker's still there. It's going to jump right up and towards the center. So Wolfie's going to be the first person to it. Duck, the last guy on defense, it looks like. Dr. Duck will, oh, that's great. Controlled by Dr. Duck right there as he pinches it straight to the Zave Esports side of the field. There is an opportunity. LeVar, there's not going to be a counter. Cap running back. Will he be able to control it away from Zave Esports with one remaining? Well, I'll tell you what. This is exactly what we're looking for. Under a minute, tie game. Both teams, I'm not going to say either one in control. Both teams probably 50-50 on possession. As Rika's going to look in. Is there anyone back? I don't know if someone's back. They're back, but can they prevent
he just missed
Rika's
it.
looking for it. He's got to take the crossbar. It's coming.
No! Oh my God,
the
no!
crossbar again. So Wolfie, another shot. It's over the crossbar. The crossbar is Manuel Neuer in his prime. It's Devin DeHay. He can save the Titanic. They've saved Benag Esports, and they are still hanging in with 20 seconds left to go.
I thought that crossbar. Someone must be Cody Parkey on that team. They hit the bar again for the third straight time. Zave Esports can't get anything going. 10 seconds left. Rika's gonna pop it up in the air. Looks for a teammate. There's Suify. Suify's gonna try and do something. 4 seconds left. Sits with great control. Pops it up in the air. Cap's gonna try to get something. No, off the wall. That's no!
It's hit the ground.
Oh no! I thought that was gonna go in. Oh, Zave Esports wishing that they have, but they might have a goal on the opening kickoff. But no, they have something. No, there's a save. There's a save from Benag. What a play!
It's still there. The possession is heavily favoring towards Zave Esports. Can they just put it in the back of the goal? They've had so many opportunities, so many shots, so many misses. Zave Esports definitely in control now in overtime, but they have to put it away. If Benag wins this game, it's going to be a horrifying, as a great save by Suwupi, it's going to be a horrifying game one for Zave Esports if they can't win this one. They've dominated. They've had more shots.
They have to. They've had it.
It's over the head of Levava, but there's people there.
Oh, what a save. What a save by Dr. Duck.
It's still in possession. Can he get it over Suwupi in Benag's net almost? He's gonna be the one back. Reeker's still with it. They have almost 3 back in defense. Benag, they just don't want to let Zave Esports get the opportunities they've been getting before. It's gonna come in. Suwupi takes game 1 in overtime.
Finally, after so many crossbar attempts, they finally get it in. Suify just outmaneuvering the mechanics on full display. Zave Esports earned that victory.
Zave Esports won both game 1, and they also won the crossbar challenge. They've won both, ladies and gentlemen. They've won both. They won the crossbar challenge, they got the content, and they got the goal. Zave Esports in complete control of this game. Benag got their 2 goals, and they were good goals. These were not Mickey Mouse goals. These were good goals. But Zave Esports, after that second Benag goal, in complete control. Complete control. They had 800 shots, bricked 799. Benag just couldn't get on offense. They could not string together a single possession. They couldn't. To
give credit where it's due, Benang really dragged out that game.
Yes.
As they did. You have to give them credit, but I think if Zave Esports just had 1 more second on that clock in game 1, it would not have head into overtime. But now you have to put that in the past. We head into game 2. Dr. Duck, he had a 7 plays there. Reeker with that save. He is unlocked in. Pops it up right down the field. There's Cap already making the play. Benang looks to rectify their mistakes in the first game. Reeker's gonna pop that over, but by Dr. Duck! My goodness, Reeker! You can't do that!
Oh, Dr. Duck goes airmail, and Reeker takes... he's just... Oh, dear. Benag, that's a rough one to give up. That's a fantastic goal. That's a fantastic goal. Woo, that's on top 5. We're not gonna say number 1. That's on top 5, though.
Yeah, that's top 5. That is just great mechanics put on display. Speaking of mechanics, Sick looking to repeat the same thing, but he's going to get caught off immediately. Reeker going to try and do it again. The assist. No, there is Cap right on cue to saying no more highlights for you.
That goal is just unbelievable. It's actually hard to say that Benag's played badly to start the game. That's just spectacular. Cap with great defensive efforts. They have it here. They can have something. Are there going to be enough people? It's a good clearance, though. The one thing I can point out, differences in the defense. Zave Esports has been much better at clearing the ball completely. Banag has been great at saves, but they cannot get the ball out of their half as Ludvara goes for a pinch, unable to get it. At least I think he was. I'm gold, by the way. Don't take everything you hear seriously in those regards. But as Rika goes for a double tap, won't get it. So Woofy on the next effort. Oh, he won't get it either. Woo, Ludvara keeps it up there just long enough. But Banag has done such a great job of saves. They had so many of them last game. But they cannot clear it to create offensive opportunities the same way Zave Esports is doing it on their side.
Yeah, and I think that goes to show you that Zave Esports has really good defenses, as I think there was a demo coming from, I think, maybe Benang. So it just goes to show you that Benang, they can't save the ball, but they can't get those shots off. And in a game like this, where you're down a game already, oh my goodness, there was a shot, but what a save from Benang. And it's like you're saying, you know, Benang can get these great saves, but they just can't get their shots to follow him because of what Zave Esports is doing. They're bringing lots of pressure, and that's forcing Benang to kind of readjust their play style, kind of figure out, like, okay, we have to immediately now rush back downfield because Zave Esports just brings so much of the pressure.
As they look for a goal here, as Sith comes in, it's just Zave Esports just puts the ball towards the net and they let their skill take it from there. They're going to keep Banag on their heels whether they know the ball's going into the net or not. Most of the time, Zave Esports, they're heaving it towards the goal. It's not going to be a goal. They just want to shoot it. Keep Banag thinking, saying they have to run thousands of calculations ahead. Is there someone coming from the right? Is there someone coming in the center? Is there going to be a double effort? Is someone coming from ceiling? Is someone on the floor? When you make them think that hard, you don't give them a chance that they're running out of RAM space. They have to clear it, and they just end up putting more defense back in their mind. They haven't been able to think about the offense. As especially when Zave Esports is in front, it does not help Banag in the slightest.
No, it doesn't. And if you're Benag right now, at this point, you need to put it in towards the net as that clock eerily ticks down towards a minute and 30 to be exact. Benang has to do something over to Dr. Duck. He misses completely. Lavara not in the right position. He's descended over the cap, but there's Suicide. There's Suicide gets that. Another save from Zave Esports. Benang cannot seem to catch a break anytime that Zave Esports has done something. Benang tries to counter right back, but Zave Esports once again counters. Once again, a series of counters between these two as Reeker tries to do it himself over to Suicide. Suicide sends it over to Sif. Sif just misses completely, but there's Suicide. Suicide's going to try to make something happen, but there's Benang trying to come up with something as we reach the 1 minute mark. Zave Esports now rushing back down toward the field. Suicide with great control. Pots up in the air. Over to there. He's trying to get it, and that might have put the nail in the coffin. Sis will get credit with the save. The score.
Look at the pace at which they play at. You can't get back in time. You don't have you have to pick one of two options. Get boost and maybe have a chance, or don't get boost and get scored on. It's just such incredible speed by Zave Esports. There's so...
Oh my no! Well, yeah. What can we say about that one?
Just the second effort by Sawuki coming in after he got boost. The defensive play was not there. It's a bit of a rough angle by Dr. Duck. Sawuki just has the better angle. Well, you can't really analyze that one if you've ever wondered, well, casters, what do you think about a goal like that? Shoot, what do you think? I can tell you're going to have the same opinion on it, brother. You could have casted that. Anyone could cast that goal.
Yeah.
You could make everyone look like a star.
It's pretty much as speaking. Yeah, I was gonna say that was gonna be another goal. You can just see Zave Esports. The communication is so on point with them. They know exactly who's gonna be the next man up, who's gonna be rotating out, and it's just proving the point that I think Benang just could not handle. Give them credit, they played so well, but they could not get a single shot to go in. And in this case, when you're playing a top team like Zave Esports, you can't have that happen. You have to land those shots.
Well, I will get to my real thoughts as the ball drops to the floor when the cameras pan to us. Zave Esports, a commanding game to win. Commanding. Whoo-wee. Well, all right. Now that you see me and Kenzo, obviously, one of us is handsome, and the other one has a white background. Uh-oh. But anyway, Zave Esports, this is what I'm looking at. This is how I see it. Zave Esports controlled the air so well. So well. Anything that was in the air, anything that was off the walls was controlled by Zave Esports. That's 90% of the game. Banag had the defense. They had the saves. Zave Esports could have scored 10 goals in the first game. They could have scored 10 goals. They only scored 3. To play a team like Zave Esports as the first team you play, I think. Let's see. Second team you play. Still, point still stands. That's tough.
Yeah,
the first time you'd want to see them is like the losers or winners final, because then you're warm, your comms are there, you have established what you want to do. But you're facing Zave Esports. They came off battering Ignite Esports. We didn't even like the first game in our bracket, and our stream wasn't even done by the time that they finished 2 games. So I think that just tells you. Obviously, we haven't watched No Hesitation yet, but from what you have seen with your eyes, my eyes are a little worse than yours, obviously. But this team, this Zave Esports team, that's as good as we're going to see for a little while. That is such the control, unbelievable.
Yeah, I agree. It's just Zave Esports, they had the communications down, the rotations, everything was just so on point. And for a team like Penang, you can try your hardest, but Zave Esports just counter, and Zave Esports really got lucky in that first game that they did not give up that goal in the overtime. But in the second game, they completely dominated. As you know, looking over at the Twitch chat, a lot of GGs. You know, you got to give it up for Penang for at least showing some fight.
To put a button on it before we go to break, Banag had the unfortunate outcome of losing that game 1. If they had won that game 1, I don't think it's the same game 2. I don't think. But when Zave Esports realistically should have won before they got to overtime, but Banag has that sigh of relief. They got to overtime. They had a shot. And then you still lose. It's just the wind gets taken out of your sails when you go into game 2. I think Banag will have a good losers bracket. I don't know who they're gonna play. I'm gonna sneak it, see if I can sneak and look. They'll play Blue Angels. Who played? Blue Angels played. On earth did Blue Angels with Portuguese Bim Bam, who we saw last week. It was a pretty good team. So, just a tough series for Banag. They played well. They played all they could, really. I think they played all as well as they could have. Against such an oppressive team. But Kenzo, why don't you take us into break this time? I've done it enough times.
Yeah. I think I'll do it for this time. But stay tuned for us. We got a lot more Rocket Rush coming at you. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back right after this.
Back wall, looking to make the pass happen. Sky's there to contest. A hand up now. Sky pinches it off the sidewall. Will just be collected by Breezy. And now looking for the double tap. Div puts the final shot on off the crossbar. Will not go in quite yet, but finally Div puts in the goal to win this game number 2. And the side of Team Silence are going to win this series in a 2-0 fashion. For now, trying to see if you can break this stalwart defense by the side of Team Silence.
Honestly, at this point, it's looking like that is a no, but obviously at this level of gameplay, things can absolutely change. Sky with a demo and a murderous goal there. It was impossible to see. He used his enemy as the shot put. Lose it all as well, which is exactly what Ignite is looking for, but I'm not exactly so certain that it will happen. I mean, look at the control from Random Shot. He's playing as much time as he wants, and Nava's taking it up as well for a little bit of fun action. Flip reset, and that is just in from Nava, scoring him a goal for this game with 2 seconds remaining, and it looks like this game is all but over. Yeah, it's been dominant from the side of B. Kamachi. All 3
three players in the same spot. It gets taken away from them by Chuz, and they will score. Chuma that one. So now will be a minute 55 left to play with. You still need 3 goals to tie things up. Will be a counterattack coming in. Polar off the back wall sends it. Another one, a double tap, a triple tap from Polar. Oh my goodness, another goal is tallied for the side of No Hesitation.
It just feels like the pressure is different, even when the ball, even though.
Gets the touch, will be Nightya there to collect. Polar puts it towards net. Magic has to make a good touch. It's going to be off the back wall. Magic the double tap in order to clear this out. Great job from him. Sith tries to put it past Nightya, will not be able to find it. Velocity's up, so Woofy's there first though, and now Magic up as well. That's going to be everyone pushed forward for the side of Zave Esports. It's going to be a tricky defense. Nightya's got the flip reset, just to like the play it forward. Hit past everyone. Nightya, the mind games pay off. They thought he'd flip reset it over, so Woofy jumps, Magic jumps, Nightya just drops down. Easy tap in, says thank you for that one.
Not to Stellar. Vi gets it out of the way. Vi's going to bring it up the wall. He's going to look towards the middle. He has Breezy in the middle. He's going to get it to him. 3 back.
Hey, whoa, Div! Are we stat padding? He just bumped his own teammate.
Div, that was actually a beautiful read. That's actually a really tough call to cut across your team.
What Zave Esports can do to, you know, mitigate their losses, but and try not to lose this game one by more than 1 goal. And what is this play coming up from Zave Esports? Are you kidding me? It looks like it was maybe a double commit. I don't want to, you know, talk down on these guys' team play, but look at that. What?
Shrink back into their box and wait as Risky comes off the ceiling, gets a reset beautifully, puts it top ends. Again, the story completely flips for ADSF. They looked a little bit impotent in the first game, and they show that that is not their character.
A pinch out from Roxer, almost spelling danger for ADSF, but now it's Ness looking for the flip reset over one, gets the double tap! Are you kidding me? That is the response that we are looking for. Ness says, I'm gonna do it all myself, flip reset over 2, and then the double tap. Oh!
I mean, they're playing 2 on top of each other. They're too flustered. The anger and the, I guess, pressure is getting to them incredibly well here.
Oh my goodness!
What a shot! I guess he is showing the pressure, and that is a backboard touch. I honestly thought he was on the wrong team and scored in his own.
Defense, and there was no one there to play defense. No, it's a disaster. 4 for disaster. Oh,
pretty much as Taliska goes up another goal. 5-4. This game is not over just yet, folks. Portuguese Bim Bam looks to say game over. Now the 8th.
L was coming in to try and get that one in, but Monk just was there for the clear. They can get this one. Oh, no, they have 2 seconds left as
No, it's not possible.
L finally gets the redemption, and he'll cement that goal, giving his touch. Has Reeker waiting for it, goes right to Reeker off the wall, but Fast is wiser to it. Sif's now going to struggle to try and keep it out. Gets a beautiful reset and sends it to Reeker. What a beautiful play by Sif as he freezes the ball in net, or excuse me, in the middle of the air and gets a tremendous reset. And Reeker was ready the whole time.
Yeah, you have to. And that was a great analogy, as you can just see as, oh my goodness, Monk already shut me up.
What a reset.
The Capsters can't happen to be a gang, can it? As Monk, he has that reset, fakes out. Yeah, they are. They almost had something. Rotating up had something on, but just equally denies. Bug gets a shot.
Oh,
that boy towards the net, and Fast
Where
is going
does
to
that
tie it
come
up.
from? Where does that come from?
I don't know.
He's
but
on the ceiling. The ceiling reset. He knows to hold it the whole time. He's...
Back wall, looking to make the pass happen. Sky's there to contest. A hand up now. Sky pinches it off the sidewall. Will just be collected by Breezy. And now looking for the double tap. Div puts the final shot on off the crossbar. Will not go in quite yet, but finally Div puts in the goal to win this game number 2. And the side of Team Silence are going to win this series in a 2-0 fashion. For now, trying to see if you can break this stalwart defense by the side of Team Silence.
Honestly, at this point, it's looking like that is a no, but obviously at this level of gameplay, things can absolutely change. Sky with a demo and a murderous goal there. It was impossible to see.
Okay, we're back. I had to switch into a short sleeve shirt because 1, that series was so fire, and 2, it is unreasonably hot for a November day in New Jersey. So we're in the short sleeves now, but we get to see. You want to say the names for this weekend?
Captain Punts is a scam. I like I said, I don't know where they come up with these team names, but y'all Rocket League players are creative. I will give you that. I would have not thought. I don't know. Is there like a story behind this, or is it just like, let's just come up with something goofy that no one will take seriously?
Well, if we look at their, I mean, you guys can't see what I'm looking. Well, now you can see. If you look in the top left corner next to, the writing, Captain Punts is a scammer. And actually, there's a guy there, and it says I think it says I am not a scammer. So I think we found the origin somehow, some way.
Maybe. I guess we did.
It's a coin. Let's see. Hold on, actually. Maybe let's see if we found it. Let's see. We had a nice quarter in here. All right, cool. We didn't find it. That's tough. Well, or maybe he's lying. Maybe he's lying. Either way, what's the word I'm looking for? The stars of this game are the entire No Hesitation crew. They have not been here in, I think, 3-ish weeks. I think 3 weeks is right. Yeah. And they are looking to take more of our money. They've done it already. Every time I'm not even going to look at the dashboard. I'm not even going to look at the win probability. It's going to say 100% from No Hesitation. Captain Punch is a scammer, hasn't played in this tournament. And their first game is against, and their first test, or however many, now they're against No Hesitation. So, I mean, wait just a minute. Div is playing for a different team. Hold the phone here. Div.
Was there a trade that we didn't know about?
Hold on. Div scores. Well,
okay.
We can see different teams, same results. All right.
I guess it doesn't matter the logo. It's still the same team.
I need to go back to these other weeks because this is interesting. Because I don't want to say I feel like Div usually plays on a different team here, but let's I'm gonna get this one fact checked here. So let's see if I go to week 2. As hopefully they don't score any other goals by the time
I got you back, man. I got you. We got Div gonna go off that top bar. No, it was No, it was Durthro. Hope I'm pronouncing that name right. Please don't come after me. English is a hard language. I will say that. As Natya gets that good touch, probably trying to set up something. No hesitation. Like we said, they are the stars. So Captain Punch is gonna have the work cut out for them. But they're playing so far pretty good defense. But if you have no hesitation, you don't want to play a sleeper as you already give up a goal. But now the question is, do you want to apply more pressure, or do you want to stay back and get some boost? And looks like no hesitation going to apply a bit of pressure. Running back downfield, P with the great toss looks to prevent a goal happening. He's going to do it himself with the through over the night, but there's a great save from Captain Punch. Once again, it's foul back downfield. Oh, that's an empty net, and Captain Punch is going to take a 2-0 lead.
Okay, not to pour water on the sandcastle. This is a completely different no hesitation team. Nightya is the only person back from. They are missing Velocity, and they're missing Polar. Unless Polar is P, then maybe they're not missing everybody. But Velocity, who was their main goal scorer, unless he changed his name to Durtho, which I guess is entirely possible. Maybe I should just go look.
Probably
that one out too. But Div, I mean, we're seeing a lot of people in a lot of spots that we have not seen them in before. As no hesitation, go look to get on the goal, they won't find it. Started to see a little bit more aggression out of no hesitation.
Bruh. Okay.
Well, Captain Punch is they've taken complete control of this game. Nightya has to have run out of boost, or he just let that one go. Like you said, maybe people do let it go more than I figured.
Yeah.
This is not the start I think anyone was expecting, to be completely honest.
No, they are. I don't think no hesitation was even expecting this, and that's the problem. When you're facing a team that you have not played, you tend to forget that there are different players of skill levels. You have Grand Champs, you have SSL players, and a lot of times you may have that Diamond player that is secretly a sleeper that you may never know of. And if you're no hesitation right now, you probably were not expecting this to happen.
They're definitely not. I mean, assuming they just don't look connected in the slightest. Captain Punch is easily the better team right now. I mean, you don't need me to tell you that. The scoreboard speaks for itself. But goodness, Anaya, who is a very prestigious player when it comes to our tournament. I mean, he's a very good player outside of our tournament as well. A Div we've seen. Was Div on Team Silenced? Wait a minute. Was
there a trade that we don't know about?
I did not know the transfer portal was open for Rocket League.
Apparently it is. But as Nightya
there he is
with the bang shot, the assist, and no hesitation is finally up on the board. The assist from Durtho over. Look at this one more time. Over to Durtho, over to Nightya, and finally no hesitation breaks that egg off the board, gets that 0, and changes it to a 1. Now, if you're no hesitation, now you have to keep just doing what you're doing before, because now the time again really not on your side. Really not on your side. Nightya goes again. Oh my goodness! No hesitation. Really says, hold up, what's going on from us? This time the assist came from P, and Nightya scores his second goal of the game. As Just Doc RL says, Sugar Honey Iced Tea I know this guy, he's the GOAT. A lot of people says that Nightya is the GOAT. So we have pretty much a 50-50 between Captain Punch fans and No Hesitation fans. No hesitation, they're not down and out. They got 1:30, still applying the pressure. 50-50 up in the right corner. Nightya takes possession. Gonna pop it up in the air, but Captain Punch is gonna meet him there. It's just so back and forth. No hesitation. They now have some momentum. Look to at least just try and tie it up. But they have to do it in the next minute and 15 seconds.
We've seen that time does not matter to No Hesitation. Captain Punch, by the way, this team is pretty much just Team Silence 2.0. Div and Vow are both former Team Silence players. Breezy, who is the third person, is now Neoflix. And so both of these teams are just the same teams as usual, but missing a guy, as what I've gotten out of it. Naya, and I'm assuming P is Polar, as P Polar.
Oh, they gotta get it in. You have to get that in. Oh.
They still have a shot. Naya wins the air contest. Can he pitch it right in? He misses the pinch. They still have a shot. They go right for it. It's right.
Oh my God!
Can someone please put it in? It's gonna be Dortho, the newest member of No Hesitation. Welcome to Nameless Esports. Rocket Rush as they tie it 3-3 with 34 seconds left to go. It doesn't matter if you get a lead. You have to hold it. And Captain Punch has not done that.
They've given up 3 goals in the last 2 minutes. You don't want to choke in this case. You don't want to be Matt Ryan and be the Atlanta Falcons. But if you're No Hesitation, this is exactly what you want. You want to keep applying that pressure as you have 30 seconds to put it in towards the net. As Val misses completely, thought he was gonna go, so he just misses as he goes through the air. 15 seconds left. Looks for that pinch for No Hesitation. They leave that empty net. Oh, and Div says, no hope for you. You're not going to get in with 11 seconds left. The empty net. Oh, looks like Naya tried to rush back, but he was just too late.
Durtho misses the ball. P misses the ball. Vile misses the ball. If you're in No Hesitation, you had easy opportunities to stop that goal from happening. And it's a complete misplay. A complete misplay by No Hesitation. There's still a little bit of time on the clock.
They got it. Yo! They almost had it. They almost had it. The positioning was just not there. As it's, I thought that they had it. No Hesitation really almost clutched it in the end, but Div with that kill shot at 11 seconds left says that no hope for you, no comeback for you.
No Hesitation lost the game themselves. Obviously, they gave up the 3 silly goals in the beginning. Captain Punts, that team took complete advantage of the misplays by No Hesitation. That last goal by Div, I don't know how you let that happen if you're No Hesitation. You send 2 people on a commit. As we get into the next game, I'm still going to finish what I'm talking about, unless for some reason they score. You send 2 people. Oh, they're still jogging. You send 2 people for the ball. You miss. Both people miss it. Both. Durtho and Pete both just wing right past the ball. Then no one's in net and Div just skies in. A complete lack of communication. Just that is the perfect storm of what can go wrong with 10 seconds left in Rocket League. Everything that could have gone wrong with them.
Yeah, most importantly, I give credit for No Hesitation. They tried to at least knock it off its trajectory, but in that case, you can't let that happen. With the game being on the line and the score being so close, 10 seconds just feels like eternity. As I'm taking a look at the Twitch chat just for a minute, Captain Punts, ironically, he's in the Twitch chat. He says Div and Vale are goated. Is it still best of 3? Yes, it's still best of 3. So, Captain Punts, they have to win the next game to move on. But if you No Hesitation, you figure out that, okay, we let that first game go. Now we have something to look forward to into the second game, and we have to up our specialty.
Yeah. If you are Captain Punts, do not be Game 1 Andes. It can be very easy to be Game 1 Andes. But they played very well. To get 3 goals in, a minute and a half? Against any team is not easy at all. But No Hesitation has, well, I guess technically really not been here too much. Very rarely been here in this kind of situation, backs against the wall. But you cannot count out any team of their caliber. Captain Punts put on a great show in Game 1. They took advantage of the opportunities that were in front of them. A lot of teams, No Hesitation, did the opposite. The opportunity to clear the ball was right there. They missed it. Captain Punts they played better. No Hesitation got back, but Captain Punts played better. Captain Punts AFK right now. Oh boy.
Oh
boy. Leader. Is it because we're in the Twitch chat? No, I'm just playing. Well, so either way, for Game 2. Since I guess we have a little more time. No Hesitation has to get going a little earlier. at least don't let them score 3 goals in under 2 minutes. If you do that, you can kind of live with it. You can play. Just play. You can play it out after that. You can play it out. But when you give up 3 goals in such a quick span, you're pretty much then you're forced to play just such a wacky style, and you're kind of clawing back. But when you don't give up those 3 goals, you can establish your play style and your game plan a whole lot earlier. And if you're Captain Punch, do exactly what you did last game and just don't give up the 3 goals. You'll be moving on to the second round, or the round they'll be on to. So
I feel like
Captain Punch has a lot less to think about this game compared to No Hesitation going into game 2.
Yeah, but here's the thing, you're facing No Hesitation, a very top team, as we said before, that is no stranger to playing at almost at a championship level. But if you're Captain Punch, just because you won this first game does not mean No Hesitation is gonna let you off that easy. If you're No Hesitation, now you have to apply as much pressure as you can, get back into that rhythm that you were once doing. Because while you haven't been here in a while, that still don't mean that you're gonna get off scot-free.
What was I gonna say? I had something lined up, but I completely forgot. Oh. This is not El Glaze, by the way. No Hesitation has been this good when they've been in this tournament. Don't spam El Glaze or anything. This is happening. But Captain Punch put on a show in game 1, and woo, that was awfully close to
jumping right into the second game.
But they do not score. P looking for a goal. Will he find it? Yes!
Oh my goodness!
What an angle! How does he have 5 shots? I don't know, but one of them's gone in the net, and they are lead now. Look at this goal. This is so patient.
Ooh, the double tap.
Wow.
Vale tried to get that save, but P just says he's going to get it in towards the net. Says, no, thank you. That's going into the net, and he's going to look to do himself again. He goes off to get boost, sends May over to a teammate. Naya ready to make a play there. No hesitation, they got the 2v1! Neoflix with that save! The 2v1, even not in his favor, he still made a save.
Oh my, well, alright, Captain Punch, keep it here. Keep it here. It's looking a little bit bleak. They have the advantage now after the demo. Naya puts it back into the middle of the floor. Val's going to look to score. He's going to go towards net. Won't have it. Naya on defense. He is a classic midfielder. Div looking. Won't find it. Can there be a counterattack? There's still not a counterattack. Right above the crossbar. There's still looking. Durtho comes down to collect it. Gets it. Plays it right over. They're going to have P in the middle. He's full boost. He's in the middle. Is he going to try and make a play? He might have to now. He takes it off of the dome piece of somebody, but there's good follow-ups by Captain Punch to keep it out of their side of the field.
Yeah, great play from Captain Punch, trying to at least make a play. And this is the thing with Captain Punch, they're showing who they are in this tournament, and that's what you like to see. You want to give the top competitors in this tournament a run for their money. And the thing with them is, as I was going to say, Captain Punch will try to get that goal in there, is that now No Hesitation is going to bring the best that they can as they're running back that forward. The pass is real on point. Thurso tried to get somewhere in the nick of time. He gets easily denied. Then for Naya, just a bit too there. He just has that second late.
Neoflix looks for it. Neoflix has it. 1-1. What a screamer.
Tied up. Neoflix in the nick of time. Div gets that credit with the save. Just again, we've seen this so many times. Just a hair second late with the saves, and that's the difference between scoring a goal and saving it.
100%. Still an opportunity. Durtho looks for the angle. He doesn't quite have it. Let's see the counterattack out of Captain Punch. This has been their thing. He is there to stifle it. Neoflix riding the right wall. He's going to let that attack fizzle out. As Val's going to look, he's towards the net. A lot of shots and backing up from Captain Punch. They're not overcommitting. This is a very smart way to play Rocket League. They're being reactive. They're saying this is our initial shot. If it fades, that's okay. Now we're going to just look to not give up a goal. If a second shot shows itself.
They got to get it in. He misses. Not go.
He's still in the middle there. Nah, it's just flicked out. See, but this is the difference. No hesitation. They're committing so much. It's a little bit harder for them to get back on defense. When Captain Punts commits, it's like they play on the second attempt. And so I was gonna look towards the goal. Save by Naya.
Oh, what a save!
They're looking for that second opportunity. They are not banking on the first opportunity. And they're gonna flow towards the net.
Oh,
he takes it out of his pocket and puts it into their nets. Dortho had it on the wall. It's like free pocket change. Div comes in and just steals it from him and gives it right back. That's a terrifying way to give up a goal. No! The ball just too off his car. The control is not there. And Div takes advantage of it.
Yeah, you might have a point. I agree with your point about no hesitation committing too much. And that time they had a guy just kind of sitting away from his goal. I get the point. He was maybe trying to get boost there. He didn't think that maybe that maybe Captain Punch was gonna go for that shot. They was gonna cut him off, mid them with that 50-50 and get it towards the punt. But now it's. Captain Punch have that 2-1 lead. No hesitation. They have to do something. They can't double commit because that's been the main issue with them is too many double commits. You don't need that many people going for that ball. Maybe one or two if you're looking for that double tap play, but you gotta have that third man back there. Just in the nigga time P gets that shot, but there's great defense from Captain Punch showing they're not messing around. There's another save. This time they just get lucky. Captain Punch almost gave up a goal. Div doing his best, trying to make a play towards the net. Was that a save? No, Pete gets the credit with the score. I thought that was a save.
I'm catching the replay. I'm watching on the Twitch stream. I have no idea. I'm so serious. I have to watch the second replay unless there's just no angle.
I thought
P just flew in. He got it. It was just a big bump, and P had a little more power. P stands for power, ladies and gentlemen.
My goodness, what a play from no hesitation. What a play from P. I thought that Captain Punch got that save. Then in the nigga time, there's Dortho gets credit not allowing their Captain Punch playing a lot of bully ball as they're just trying to enforce their will onto no hesitation. 30 seconds left. No hesitation trying to at least tie the series up. Naya, thought he had something. P, no, he gets missed there. There's Dortho. He gets with this goal. No hesitation regains the lead with 21 seconds left. Captain Punch nearly gets the save by 2. Neoflix way back deep into his own goal, and it's too little too late to make that save. 21 seconds left. Captain Punch has to do something, otherwise this series is tied. They do start out with Div. Div flash to the air, looks to do it all himself, has it into the corner, off the wall. Neoflix gonna back off a little bit. He recognized that there was nothing there, and he's gonna do something. 10 seconds left. Downfield, empty net. No, there's a player back downfield. 10 seconds left. Over to Neoflix, off the wall. No, misses. No hesitation. Ties the series.
Wow. Okay. Woo! Well, that's a game. That's a game and a half. Okay. To rapid fire, because I don't know how much time we're going to have in between games. No hesitation. Their rotations, not the same as Captain Punch. Captain Punch rotations are excellent. They always have a guy in goal. Every single solitary possession, they have a guy in goal. They let their defense speak before their offense. No hesitation is committing a lot. They're like you said before, they're playing bully ball. They're just going to fly at you. They're going to rattle you, and they will take advantage of that. They're not trying to play sophisticated Rocket League. They're not trying.
Yeah.
They don't want to. They want to just push. If the net is over there, we're also over there.
Yeah.
That's their style right now, and it worked in the last game. Which style is going to be more consistent, and which style can win these guys? Game 3, we can only find out right now.
I think if you're no hesitation, you might as well keep that bully ball going. There's Neoflix right back down there. That's a great strategy from Captain Punch with the rotations. Always having the man back. They have someone there. Yao gets credit with that save. An equally great start from Captain Punch. This is what they do so well. It's having multiple men back, not allowing anybody to, just not allowing that net to be empty. If you do see that net empty, it's usually from no hesitation getting a demo.
Look at how
or they get really lucky. That's really Div with the double tap, and he gets a goal.
This is the problem with no hesitation right now. Look at how wide open the net is. Look at that. He could have hit it off the ceiling. Forget the crossbar, and he'd score that. This defense is not working. It's not working. Oh my
It really
goodness.
isn't. It really isn't. The double commits are really is what's killing them. If they're gonna win this game, they have to correct that mistakes. I know you want to play bully ball. I know you want to go for those shots, but you really can't in those nick of cases, in just that nick of time. You really can, and like I say, with Captain Punch, the rotation is just so on place, so good for them that it really makes you think as what even though it's just Captain Punch's first time. Even though it's their first time, they're playing so well. Neoflix, he just had something there. He had it, but no hesitation with great defense.
Gets it over. This could be their chance. It's still up in the air. Can they take the angle? They can, but look at this. They just always have a guy right there to get into the net. Their timing is so good. It's unbelievable. That's a great attack from No Hesitation. It's just always fizzling out. They still have a chance here. It's Polo.
Oh!
It's going to take it and tie the game. This is the most back and forth. This is... I don't even know. It's like the Rockets' 7-second offense. If you don't score in 7 seconds, you get scored on. That's how it is.
Yeah, and like I was saying, this is what I was talking about. You rarely see Captain Punch have an empty net. If they have an empty net, that means No Hesitation had a demo and they had the free lane. Otherwise, there's someone right back down there ready to make a play, and this is what the difference between No Hesitation and Captain Punch. Captain Punch always has the rotations down. They always have a third man back. With No Hesitation, they're double committing too much, leaving empty nets, and allowing Captain Punch to essentially just have free shots at the goal.
Wait, I was about to say repeat disconnect because he just completely stood still for a little bit. But as comes Captain Punch's attack, it's still there. They have guys. Val's going to look for it. He's going to try and control it down to the floor. He's going to pinch it against them and get it back towards their side of the net. Naya comes in. It feels like they try to play, I see. No Hesitation wants to play where they can instantly make an attack off of a shot from Captain Punch's attempts. So they have Naya. They have these guys coming in from the sides of the net. Captain Punch plays from the center of the net. They play inside the net. They want to take less chances and secure more saves, as No Hesitation wants to play in the counterattack. They, like you said, bully ball. They want to play fast. They want to play quick, as they're doing right now. They're going back to his net. But look at Div. They have guys who are there a lot quicker. Their defense is more consistent. And their plan is so constant, as they're going to look and score. Div, second goal. I want to see the defense here. Look, Naya is back. He's in the goal. I mean, this is a great attack by Div as well. I think this is just better offense.
Yeah.
But Captain Punch, their play is so consistent. They have such a game plan down. Such a game plan.
Yeah. The game plan for Captain Punch is just rotations and getting to the center net, like you pretty much said. As never mind, I get shut up for the second week in a row. Caster's curse, everyone. As P puts it in towards the net with the assist from Dirt, though. Like, it's just two-man back. They had a chance at a save, but Valley just misses in the nick of time. 2:06, No Hesitation. Clearly wants to prove me wrong. Okay, let's see what you got for a second. As P rides the wall, he gets set flying by Neoflix. Now Thurto with a chance, looks to do it himself. No,
There's
P
chance.
gets
There's
that
still
touch. Thurto with the chance!
3-2! No Hesitation! Oh my goodness.
What? This is a game, and No Hesitation. Looks like they're starting to pick up what Captain Punch is doing. And like you said, Captain Punch, they like to play the center of the net. They like to take risky shots, and sometimes that is a good idea to kind of play it safe towards the ball, because the more less risk you have, the more consistent your shots are. But sometimes you do have to go for those risky shots. SP looks for the double tap. No, he just misses, and Dirto's gonna clean it up. No Hesitation with a 2-goal lead.
My, oh my. It's starting to look like a disaster for Captain Punch. It's starting to look like a disaster.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
It really is. But Captain Punch, they're down, but they're not out. They still have nearly 1:30 to make a play, as Dirto just completely misses. He needed probably a bit more boost on there. I thought maybe he thought that he had a shot going for there, as Pete dunks it in towards the net. And 5-2 is the score so far. 126. Captain Punch looks to be blowing it right here.
I'm coming up. I'm writing a little diagram on a piece of paper here so I can explain why I think No Hesitation has just completely opened this game up. they're just this oppressive style of offense it's taking it home for them. Look at this. They're just now they've established they put their stamp on this game. They've just made it. Captain Punts has a minute to come back. It's so awfully improbable though. They've sped Captain Punts up to their speed, and now they cannot play the sophisticated man and goal defense.
Yeah, they can't. And Captain Punts, now they're going to have to play a little bit of fast tempo offense, play a bit of that bully ball that No Hesitation loves to play. As Dill tries to send it over to a teammate, he can't find him by foul. It's just a little off target. 44 seconds left. Turtle's going to ride the wall, hoping to send it to Pete. Looks for that pinch. They need someone back there. Natya, he has no boosts. Neither does Pete, and this is just so close. 30 seconds left. Natya gets the touch. Flies a bit through the air, lands on his feet, over to Neoflix. Neoflix tries to set it over to a teammate, but there's no hesitation, just quickly with great defensive.
Captain Punts, I mean, with 15 seconds left, down 3 goals, our commentating is a little run dry, I'll keep it honest, as they will get a consolation goal. 10 seconds, 2 goals, not impossible, awfully improbable. But, I mean, why not? That'd be something. That would be something. 10 seconds, 2 goals. But just, wow. No hesitation shows why they get first place.
Yeah, they've proven why they're the cream of the crop in this case. But I gotta give it to No Hesitation. They play very good as they will be moving on as Captain Punts gets sent to the lower brackets. Just No Hesitation played better in that second game than they did in the first game. They played a lot better.
So I have my nice piece of paper here. It's a little hard to see. I apologize. But so this is hard. This is harder than I thought. This is Captain Punts. They have a guy in the middle of the net who will always be a threat to save. You 100% have a guy back in goal who can make a save. But when you have a guy coming 400 miles an hour at you and a ball coming 500 miles an hour at you, it's harder to play, what's it called? It's harder to react. If you are going top left, top right, you people who are better at Rocket League than me, how on earth is he going to save that? I don't know if he can.
There's a chance that he could make that save, but it's all about the angle and how fast that ball is coming. If that ball is coming at a very slow pace and it's a good angle where you think you can make that save, then by all means go for that. But however, if you're not going to try and make for that, sometimes it's best to let it go. But in a high-stakes affair like this, you can't let it.
And now for No Hesitation, their style of goalkeeping, which was a little odd in game 1, but it started to work. They're coming in from the side. And when you're coming in from the side, at least from what I've seen in this game, you run the risk of being late. We have production going on, so I'm just taking a second to hear this. All right, cool. So I'll wrap this up really quick so we can move on. So when you are zooming in, you have that. This is how you start your counterattack. When you can't really counterattack from this side, you can't. It's very hard. Unless you have a guy, this guy bumps it, the ball sits in front of the net, and then a guy just comes up and cleans it. Now you have to send 2 people in for defense. When you have one guy coming in, just flying in like Batman, and if he saves it, it's great. You have an automatic counterattack. You can play from either side. But you run the risk of being late or early, and that's how you give up goals. Both obviously have, their weaknesses and their strengths. But what a great series between Captain Punts and No Hesitation. That was fantastic. I wouldn't be surprised to see Captain Punts move quickly through the losers bracket. And I guess we'll see how this No Hesitation team can fare for the rest of winners bracket.
Yeah, I definitely agree. But it'll be it for us. But don't go anywhere. We have a new set of casters joining in. We have Hyper and Reserve Wolf going to be joining you for their series of casts. As always, my name is Kenzo. This has been Big Fella Pro, a.k.a. Sean. And we'll see you all next time. At least for us. But don't go anywhere. We got more Rocket Rush right after this.
Lose it all as well which is exactly what Ignite is looking for, but I'm not exactly so certain that it will happen. I mean, look at the control from Random Shot. He's playing as much time as he wants, and Nava's taking it up as well for a little bit of fun action. Flip reset, and that is just in from Nava, scoring him a goal for this game with 2 seconds remaining, and it looks like this game is all but over.
Yeah, it's been dominant from the side of B. Kamachi. All 3 players in the same spot. It gets taken away from them by Chuz, and they will score. Chuma that one. So now will be a minute 55 left to play with. You still need 3 goals to tie things up. Will be a counterattack coming in. Polar off the back wall sends it. Another one. A double tap, a triple tap from Polar. Oh my goodness. Another goal is tallied for the side of No Hesitation.
It just feels like the pressure is different, even when the ball, even though.
Sith gets the touch. Will be Nightya there to collect. Polar puts it towards net. Magic has to make a good touch. It's going to be off the back wall. Magic the double tap in order to clear this out. Great job from him. Sith tries to put it past Nightya. Will not be able to find it. Velocity's up, so Woofy's there first, though. And now Magic up as well. That's going to be everyone pushed forward for the side of Zave Esports. It's going to be a tricky defense. Nightya's got the flip reset. Just to like to play it forward. Get past everyone. Nightya, the mind games pay off. They thought he'd flip reset it over, so Woofy jumps. Magic jumps. Nightya just drops down. Easy tap in, says thank you for that one.
Not to Stellar. Vi gets it out of the way. Vi's going to bring up the wall. He's going to look towards the middle. He has Breezy in the middle. He's going to get it to him. 3 back.
Hey, whoa, Div! Are we stat padding? He just bumped his own teammate.
Div, that was actually a beautiful read. That's actually a really tough call to cut across your team.
What Zave Esports can do to, you know, mitigate their losses, but and try not to lose this game one by more than 1 goal. And what is this play coming up from Zave Esports? Are you kidding me? It looks like it was maybe a double commit. I don't want to, you know, talk down on these guys' team play, but look at that. What?
Shrinks back into their box and wait as Risky comes off the ceiling, gets a reset beautifully, puts it top ends. Again, the story completely flips for ADSF. They looked a little bit impotent in the first game, and they show that that is not their character.
A pinch out from Roxer, almost spelling danger for ADSF, but now it's Ness looking for the flip reset over 1, gets the double tap! Are you kidding me? That is the response that we are looking for. Ness says, I'm going to do it all myself, flip reset over 2, and then the double tap. Oh!
I mean, they're playing 2 on top of each other. They're too flustered. The anger and the, I guess, pressure is getting to them incredibly well here.
Oh my goodness! What a shot!
Yes, he is showing the pressure, and that is a backboard touch. I honestly thought he was on the wrong team and scored in his own.
Defense, and there was no one there to play defense. No, it's a disaster. 4-4 for disaster. Oh,
Pretty much as Taliska goes another goal. 5-4. This game is not over just yet, folks. Portuguese Bim Bam looks to say game over. Now the
L was coming in to try and get that one in, but Monk just was there for the clear. They can get this one. Oh, no, they have 2 seconds left as
no, it's not possible.
L finally gets the redemption and he'll cement that goal, giving his touch. Has Reeker waiting for it, goes right to Reeker off the wall, but Fast is wiser to it. Sif's now going to struggle to try and keep it out. Gets a beautiful reset and sends it to Reeker. What a beautiful play by Sif as he freezes the ball in net, or excuse me, in the middle of the air and gets a tremendous reset. And Reeker was ready the whole time.
Yeah, you have to. And that was a great analogy, is you can just see as, oh my goodness, Monk already shut me up.
What a reset.
The Capsters can't happen to be a game, can it? As Monk, he has that reset, fakes out. Yeah, they almost had something, rotating up, had something on, but just equally denies. Monk gets a shot, that ball towards the net, and Fast
Where
is going
does
to
that
tie it
come
up.
from? Where does that come from?
I don't know.
He's
but
on the ceiling. The ceiling reset. He knows to hold it the whole time. He's
back wall, looking to make the pass happen. Sky's there to contest. A hand up now. Sky pinches it off the sidewall. Will just be collected by Breezy. And now looking for the double tap. Div puts the final shot on off the crossbar. Will not go in quite yet, but finally Div puts in the goal to win this game number 2. And the side of Team Silence are going to win this series in a 2-0 fashion. For now, trying to see if you can break this stalwart defense by the side of Team Silence.
Honestly, at this point, it's looking like that is a no, but obviously at this level of gameplay, things can absolutely change! Sky with a demo and...
take
Heard the audio, I do believe.
We can hear you, Joe.
Hyper and Reserve. You have to unmute on Discord.
Havix is going to get another chance to clear this out. Meets Luca midway through. Now Geoid has to get a try. Ooh, misses the touch, but they get bailed out by the crossbar on that chance. Fast is going to try and clear it out over the wall. Luca is going to get it a little bit further. Gets it over one defender. He's got options. Gets it over two defenders, and he gets the first goal of the game for his club.
Very good carry from Luca there. Just able to get it over both defenders there. Doesn't put it too far to the right. Doesn't put it into the defender. A very good goal to get Solo's Path on the board first.
Third kickoff of this game in under 3 minutes. A lot of action going on. Luca tries to send this down the side, gets another 50 on it, sends it ahead, puts the pressure downfield, has a teammate Fast, can't get another touch on it, so they're going to try and recoup with this attack. Spart's going to send it to midfield, meets Luca midway. Havex trying to, it seems like they're struggling a little bit with the pace, Portuguese Bim Bam, but they've got 2 goals anyways. It's going to be surprising to see how this goes into second and third game if they can keep this lucky streak ahead of them, if you can call it that. They barely miss on that attack. Luca sends it out.
Yeah, Solus Path has definitely slowed this game down a little bit. You saw Portuguese Bim Bam come out the gate swinging, but we've seen a little bit mid control from both teams so far. What Solus Path need to do, they need to get Portuguese Bim Bam to stop putting the pressure on. Is Spark going to put that one on goal? And Fast with a save right there. That is what they're going to have to do if they want to beat Portuguese Bim Bam.
Defense comes up now, showing signs of life. Geoids is going to try and send this in. Has Luca a teammate, but it seems to be just a fake to draw out the 2 defenders, and Fast beautifully comes in behind. I wonder if that was communicated play, because Luca had every chance to hit this ball, but he seems to have left it for Fast and see the 2 defenders just kind of hit each other in the net.
Absolutely. We see those fakes really often in this higher level of play, and they're so hard to read. It's not even a 50-50 chance. You can't read your opponent's mind like that.
Factor coming in, like you said, once we get to the higher levels, not only the mechanics go up, but the ideas get crazier and more convoluted to follow if you're a defender in net. Geoids is going to send that out for a nice clear to midfield, only as far as Pavex. He's going to take it almost up the wall, gets a nice reset on it to get it past 1 defender, has Spark to try and get it going, but only gets as far as that right corner. Solus Path is going to contest it. Floats above their net for a second, but they're wise to it. Fast is on the case. He's going to see this go, goes for an air dribble bump, has a teammate behind him to send it a little farther. Solus Path, they're getting their wheels under him.
Yeah, absolutely. And Solus Path has only put 2 shots on net so far this game, and now makes it 3 with that shot from Luca. This pressure right here, I'm really liking it from them, and we need to see Portuguese Bim Bam just put more shots in. They're 7 for 2 so far.
Touch, get it out his half of the pitch. Can't get a second touch on it. As Fast is going to put some pressure and gets a little bit of a half dunk. Rafa gets a touch on a little bit of chaos on the blue side of the pitch. As Rafa is going to run this against the wall, see if he can get past any of the Solus Path defenders as we are tied moving into the final 10.
Yeah, let's see if Portuguese can get something going here. The ball is going to stay up. It's going to go off the backboard. Fast trying to clear it away and trying to get one more touch on it, but it is going to hit the ground, and we have the first overtime of this best-of-3 series.
Coming in with the momentum as they had the 2 to equalize. Let's see if they can ride that into a victory. Shot kind of eerily floats toward the net, and it gets set aside for now. Luca's going to control this in space in the center. Can he get a reset? Fakes the reset, but the defense is wise to it this time. Solus Path's mechanics are now showing.
Yes, they are, and that could have been an open net right there for the Brazilian team, and not quite going to be able to do anything with it. It gets out there. There's going to be 1 back as third, but Geode's not going to be able to do anything with that one. Pavix trying to get under Luca, fakes it, hands it off to Spark, and Fast not going to be able to clear that one out, but Geode is going to be able to.
Help from his teammate Rafa. Luca will send it in. Luca last tournament was notorious for being in the faces of every team that they played, no matter if it was the start of the tournament, the end of the tournament. He was always downfield cherry picking. He always left his team with options. Portuguese Big Man will send that out of their net. Let's see how much impact he has. As Fast has to get a crazy save. That was coming in hot, and he didn't have the momentum to send it out, so he just puts it up above the crossbar. Solus Path looked to be on the attack as this floats back in their end, actually.
Fast has absolutely been the heart of the defense so far, as he has 3 saves, and on offense it looks like he's trying to be the heart of the team as he has a shot here, and it goes on net, and it is in. Solus Path will end up taking the first game of this winner's semifinal.
Fast with the overtime sealer. Fast also last tournament had one of the craziest highlights, a ceiling reset. to, I believe, tie them in the waning seconds of an elimination game, and he shows that he's still got ice in his veins.
Yeah, absolutely. And you don't like to call a player a carry, but man, he really did feel like the carry of that game. 2 goals, 3 saves, and 3 shots. He was 2 for 3 on offense and did so much work to eliminate that Portuguese Bim Bam momentum on offense.
Looks like we're having a little bit of technical difficulties with our cameras. Bear with us, but as long as you can still hear us, we are still going to give you excitement because our returning champs have just eked out a win in overtime, but their place is not secure yet. Portuguese Bim Bam has shown that they're here to play. They're here to capitalize on what the Solus Path is going to give them. So I'm excited for game 2 to see if Portuguese Bim Bam can get the same fast start that they're definitely going to need if Solus Path continues on this form.
I have to agree, and I'm really excited to see what game 2 provides to us because these are 2 good teams, 2 fast teams, 2 of the more mechanical teams that we've seen tonight, honestly.
Definitely. Solus Path, you would choose them to meet a team like Zave or No Hesitation somewhere in a final, maybe a winner's final, maybe a loser's final, maybe the grand final. It's hard to say and too early to tell at this point, but it's obvious we have our power hitters. I mean, Captain Punts put a great fight up against No Hesitation for the Goliaths that we've built that team to be, for them to peel a game off of them and make it close in the other 2 games is no small feat.
Yeah, absolutely. And if we look at the journey that these teams went to get here, we see Solus Path had to go through DME Esports and Koku Defense Force, which they didn't struggle with at all. They are the returning champions after all. They have not lost a game today. In Portuguese Bim Bam, the same exact situation. I don't think they've lost a game today. No, they lost 1 game to the Blue Angels in the first round, but other than that, it has been a clean sweep for them.
Show you a little bit of highlights from previous tournaments while we get our camera situation ready and the teams get ready for game 2. But every week the competition gets a little bit hotter. There's another roster that shows up that you nod your head and you tip your hat to, and that team this week is definitely Captain Punts, although they are just a rebrand of Team Silence, but the substitution they have kind of sets them as a new organization in my mind. But you could say the same for No Hesitation, as they had velocity when they were first making their runs in the first 2 weeks of this tournament, and they have subbed him out for, I don't have it in front of me and I'm blanking, Durtho. And they look good so far, but the game we have at hand, Solus Path, they are trying to keep their momentum going. They have also had a substitution of Geoids. I think it was, I can't remember the other player on last week's winning roster, but anyways, they have shown that they can still compete and they still have the same mechanics and grit as they did last week to make their name for themselves.
Absolutely. And yeah, I'm a little bit newer to the modern bubble scene that we have right now. So it's great to have you here. Somebody who sounds like they know what they're talking about. And
I geek over these tournaments.
Oh, if you would have met me 2 years ago, you would have seen an entirely different person. I absolutely love the bubble scene. I worked in the bubble scene, and I'm trying to get back in it, and I'm happy Nameless Esports can give me that chance.
As am I. I'm grateful to be part of such a great organization, not only just to cast, but the music you hear in each of the intermissions and under some of the highlight packages, I believe, are my tracks that I've been working on. So it is very nice to have found a home for my talents in multiple facets.
Yeah, absolutely. The fans can't see it, but I can see it. I can see all the guitars in your background, and you can probably see all the guitars in mine.
Absolutely.
So there is no other better duo to be on the booth right now.
Sure. I feel right at home. Right at home. I wonder if we can get production to send this to a quick break just while we get our cameras figured out. I wonder if the... Oh, no, here we go in the second game. As I open my mouth, the second game gets rolling. We are off, Mr. Wolf. How do you feel going into this game, too?
I'm feeling pretty good for Portuguese right now. They've started off the offensive efforts pretty well, but now they're on the back foot right now. Pavix going to take this into the corner, trying to get it past Luca. Luca going to deny it, though. Rafa sending this to the midfield. What a bump by Fast. It looks like it was going to be a pass to the left wall, but the player was already rotating back.
Has a chance only as far as Luca. Luca will clear it to the sidewall for now. Is an easy shot for Fast to handle. He's kind of playing a bit of boomer ball, kind of testing each other out. That last game was chaos, so now is each team's chance to set up a game plan and start conditioning the opponent and is what they might expect or what they've prepared for. As Fast is going to come in, set this down. He's got a teammate downfield, and Geoids, that the defense prevails to knock that attack before it starts. Luca being the same problem as I've highlighted. He's always been for his opponents, just creating a little bit of chaos downfield, some demos. He's going to carry this one. Has Geoids down. Geoids, can he pop this down? Only as far as the crossbar.
Yeah, you talk about Luca. I've always been a huge fan of demos. As we talk about Luca, he goes for the double tap, but Sparta's going to be able to stop it. Yeah, I'm a big fan of demos. I think they're one of the most impressive mechanics in the game. That is right. Demos are most definitely a mechanic. As Fast showing us a little bit of more defensive prowess. And if Soulless Path can just get those demos down, they will get some easy scoring opportunities.
I think you should say that again for the people in the back. Demos are a mechanic. It is not toxic. It is not a gold strategy. If you try to demo a supersonic legend in matchmaking, then get back to me and tell me it's not a strategy. It is very difficult, especially if you're trying to time it to not leave your team out to dry on defense. Ooh, Pavex gets a great chance there as I'm blabbering. Geoid sends it out. Fast has an open net, and that will be a fast counterattack for Soulless Path to find their first goal in this game.
Yeah, very important first goal for Soulless Path there. We saw them get off to a rocky start in game one, and it kind of snowballed a little bit until that 3-minute mark where they finally got that momentum back. Now they've got the momentum first, and it's going to work out perfectly for them, I think.
Paybacks. Send this down. Another demo in midfield. Luca getting a taste of his own medicine now, as Fast is going to try and get a pinch off this wall. And now he has a blocker downfield that he peels off as they didn't have the same faith in that attack as previous. Geoids catches a bump but stays with it on the wall. He's going to try and be a problem for the defense. And it looks like that attack just kind of fizzles out. Portuguese Bim Bam going to try and get something going on their half.
Yeah, absolutely here. And a good clear from Portuguese right there. But we just see Soulless Path with this midfield control right now. You'll see it right here as Fast rotates back. Luca will go in front of him, but Pavic's going to be able to see it. They're playing around it now, but it just feels like Portuguese Bim Bam has had no boost this entire game. Just a very good off-ball game from Soulless Path so far.
Yeah, a very important part of the game is the off-ball plays you make. Most of the time, demos are off-ball plays, and you don't get the same points and stats as you did in previous versions of Rocket League for demos, but their impact is still felt, especially if you're on the receiving end and you can never get set, and you always have to look behind you on an attack or a defense to make sure that nobody's streaking in. It's a very disruptive tactic for those who are the best to do it. Oh, Portuguese Bim Bam see it go off the post, and they'll clean that one up to tie it up here with 1:14 remaining.
An absolutely great tie right there. And like you said, the off-ball plays, there was just those looming players in the goal box. And you can see nobody from Soulless Path was right there. So there were nobody going for demos or anything. But just that presence is enough to cause a goal.
Yeah, that's all it takes sometimes, just to cause a player to hesitate. As Fast sends that to a teammate, they do a little bit of give and go, but Geodes is having none of it. And Pavix will send that out as far as Luca. Luca's going to see it get off his hand. And we go back to a bit of back and forth play, a bit of swords clashing here in the midfield. Although most of the action, as you highlighted, is happening on the Portuguese Bim Bam side, as Soulless Path seem to have a better idea of crowd control and pitch control. Ooh, fast, coming over top of a bunch of players in the air, and he sees it go right inside the right post. For the lead was for Soulless Path with 30 seconds remaining.
An absolutely beautiful bump from Geodes there to get him out of the way, and Rafa just too far back in the net. The odds are looking really good for Soulless Path right there, as that may be a kickoff goal. It may look even better. There's a miss right there. Pavic's got kind of Goomba stomped, and Rafa's going to send this one down. We have some more pressure from Portuguese Bim Bam right now. Pavic's not going to be able to touch that one. Luca looking for the pass right here, taking it off the corner, taking it down the ceiling, but a great clear by Portuguese Bim Bam right here as they look to get some pressure going.
Nice touch there from Soulless Path. They're not going to want to give Portuguese Bim Bam any chances as the time wanes down for their chances in the winner's bracket. Pavix is going to keep this up for now, but Geodes is just going to send it off to the side. Oh, Rafa with a good touch. It's not over yet. Luca now has to deal with it to send it down to the other side of the net. Wisely fakes the double tap, and that will be it. Soulless Path taking this series in 2 games in the winner's semifinal, sending Portuguese Bim Bam down to the lower bracket. And although it was a 2-0 series, I am still confident that we have not seen the last of Portuguese Bim Bam.
No, it was very 2 close games. That was the big thing. And I think Portuguese Bim Bam can kind of figure out the off-ball play a little bit more. It just seems like Soulless Path had them completely outclassed in it. The first thing any Rocket League coach will try to coach you on, it is not mechanics or anything like that. It is your rotations and your off-ball plays, like demos, bumps, anything like that. And Soulless Path just executed it almost perfectly.
Yes, it's a very good point, the rotations. You have to figure out as a team what your style is going to be. Do you want a man always back? Do you want to be the team that kind of is streaking in like we saw No Hesitation strategy? They don't really have a set defender. They kind of just trust their rotations. When the momentum isn't in their favor, send someone back, but you have to decide that at the formation of your team and stay organized along that foundation. But on that note, we are going to send it to a quick break so we can get the next series started for you.
Gets the double tap. Are you kidding me? That is the response that we are looking for. Ness says, I'm going to do it all myself. Flip reset over 2 and then the double tap. Oh.
I mean, they're playing 2 on top of each other. They're too flustered. The anger and the pressure is getting to them incredibly well here.
Oh my goodness! What a shot!
I guess he is showing the pressure, and that is a backboard touch. I honestly thought he was on the wrong team and scored in his own.
Defense, and there was no one there to play defense. No, it's a disaster. 4-4 for disaster. Oh,
pretty much as Taliska goes another goal. 5-4. This game is not over just yet, folks. Portuguese Bim Bam looks to say game over. Now the 8th.
L was coming in to try and get that one in, but Monk just was there for the clear. They can get this one. Oh, no, they have 2 seconds left as
no, it's not possible.
L finally gets the redemption, and he'll cement that goal, giving his touch. Has Reeker waiting for it. Goes right to Reeker off the wall, but Fast is wiser to it. Sith's now going to struggle to try and keep it out. Gets a beautiful reset and sends it to Reeker. What a beautiful play by Sith as he freezes the ball in net, or excuse me, in the middle of the air, and gets a tremendous reset, and Reeker was ready the whole time.
Yeah, you have to. And that was a great analogy, as you can just see as, oh my goodness, Monk already shut me up.
What a reset.
The Capsters can't happen to be a gang, can it? As Monk, he has that reset, fakes out. Yeah, they are. They almost had something. Rotating up had something on, but just equally denies. Bug gets a shot.
Oh,
that boy towards the net, and Fast
Where
is going
does
to
that
tie it
come
up.
from? Where does that come from?
I don't know.
He's
but
on the ceiling. The ceiling reset. He knows to hold it the whole time. He's...
Back wall, looking to make the pass happen. Sky's there to contest. A hand up now. Sky pinches it off the sidewall. Will just be collected by Breezy. And now looking for the double tap. Div puts the final shot on off the crossbar. Will not go in quite yet, but finally Div puts in the goal to win this game number 2. And the side of Team Silence are going to win this series in a 2-0 fashion. For now, trying to see if you can break this stalwart defense by the side of Team Silence.
Honestly, at this point, it's looking like that is a no, but obviously at this level of gameplay, things can absolutely change. Sky with a demo and a murderous goal there. It was impossible to see. He used his enemy as the shot put. Lose it all as well, which is exactly what Ignite is looking for, but I'm not exactly so certain that it will happen. I mean, look at the control from random side. He's playing as much time as he wants, and Nava's taking it up as well for a little bit of fun action. Flip reset, and that is just in from Nava, scoring him a goal for this game with 2 seconds remaining, and it looks like this game is all but over.
Yeah, it's been dominant from the side of B. Kamachi. All 3 players in the same spot. It gets taken away from them by Chuz, and they will score. Chuma that one. So now will be a minute 55 left to play with. You still need 3 goals to tie things up. Will be a counterattack coming in. Polar off the back wall sends it. Another one. A double tap, a triple tap from Polar. Oh my goodness. Another goal is tallied for the side of No Hesitation.
It just feels like the pressure is different, even when the ball, even though...
Gets the touch, will be Nightya there to collect. Polar puts it towards net. Magic has to make a good touch. It's going to be off the back wall. Magic, the double tap in order to clear this out. Great job from him. Sith tries to put it past Nightya. Will not be able to find it. Velocity's up, so Woofy's there first, though. And now Magic up as well. That's going to be everyone pushed forward for the side of Zave Esports. It's going to be a tricky defense. Nightya's got the flip reset. Just likes to play it forward. Hit past everyone. Nightya, the mind games pay off. They thought he'd flip reset it over.
And welcome back as we join late into this game again. The teams are antsy this week as No Hesitation already has a goal over top of the challengers in... Oh, my thing isn't working. There we go. Soulless Path. Sorry about that. As Knight is going to get 2 in the first 15 seconds. I mean, Reserve Wolf, help me make sense of this.
Well, you would think with Soulless Path just playing a game, they would have a little bit of momentum going into this, but it seems like No Hesitation just wants to kill every bit of momentum they have, and it's exactly what we saw in Game 1 of last series for Soulless Path. They go down 2-0 early, and they have to claw back the entire game.
That is true. They're no stranger to a comeback, but I don't fancy their chances of the comeback the further we go up, but an open net sure aids their chances, as I don't know if it was a communication issue, maybe somebody got bumped in off camera, but Polar is just not there in time to get that challenge. Luca could have stole it if he wanted to. Soulless Path get on the board here early.
Hyper, they just wanted the preview wrong. They're going to start this comeback right now, and with 4 minutes and 20 seconds in this game, we see some pressure from the side of No Hesitation here. Dotho Going to send that one down. Geode's just getting it to the wall. Going to take the 50 on Polar. Polar sending it down. Luca with a very lucky clear right there. We see Knight right here. Take it off the wall. Luca challenge it off the ceiling. What a gutsy challenge, and it does work out for Solopad.
Luca has made his bones with those type of crazy plays where he comes just off camera out of nowhere. Fast had trouble dealing with that one, but it is saved out, and Luca is going to see this cleared down to the other end, gets it as far as Polar. Polar will 50 it up against the wall. No hesitation, are going to try and keep the momentum in their favor. I think if we get back into a lull where it turns into boomer ball, Luca had a chance there as there was just one defender to beat, but Durtho was up to it. But if we go back into boomer ball, I do fancy Solus Path's chance to try and figure out the rotations of No Hesitation. As you said, they're comeback champions, so the more time they have to plot and figure out the opponents, I would begin to favor them.
Yeah, we also already see the off-ball play as Durtho sends that shot on net to give No Hesitation a 2-goal lead. Geode's just with an awkward jump there, and Fast was starved for boosts. No little pads around him at all. 3-1 for No Hesitation.
Boost being one of the more important off-ball aspects of the game, you have to learn to sparse it out a little bit, ration out your boost, plan for when the attack's coming. Sometimes communication is important to know if a teammate has more boost than you, even if they're in a worse spot. All of these things matter. Fast gets a nice touch out to the middle, doesn't have a teammate there in time to capitalize on it. Nightya has a chance to slow the game down. He's going to get a nice flip over top. Durtho with the shot. The double tap is just a little too light. Love a little more speed on that, as Nightya's going to interrupt this attack and keep it in the air, waiting for a teammate to save him. Polar's going to send it downfield. Ooh, an open net, but it'll careen off the post. Solus Path they can't find a moment of reprieve. They are constantly having to solve problems, get back on a rotation they didn't expect. No Hesitation is dictating them right now.
Absolutely, but they do get some pressure right here. They cannot steal any of the corners of No Hesitation, though, and it is proving lethal for them as Luca going to be able to take this one up with a full tank. Durtho getting the 50 on him. Geode's going to be able to take control of it. Has the reset. Looking for the pinch, but Polar, what a 50 right there. We see a very awkward setup for No Hesitation right now. Solid Path, they have to keep this pressure on if they want to come back.
Yeah, this is one of those must-score situations. Even though the time isn't desperate yet, you want to get a goal so you don't have to rely on the miracle play, the 0-second keep. Is Polar's going to interrupt that, take it to his own wall. Geodes is there for it, but the defense prevails now for No Hesitation. Durtho's going to send this down the right wall, has Luca to challenge him. Luca will pick up that boost, but catches a bump for his troubles. Polar's able to get it over top of him. Polar sends it down only as far as Fast. They're keeping it close, Solus Path, but they need to turn this into an offensive counterattack, as that looks like an open net once again for No Hesitation. Maybe they're just taking a little bit too many liberties downfield, as that's the second open net we've seen.
Just a little bit of an overcommit from Durtho there. I don't think he expected Nightya to turn and go for the mid boost. I think he kind of expected him to turn and rotate to the back post. But what an opportunity for Solid Path here. There's a demo on kickoff right there, but Nightya going to be able to get control of the ball again. It looks like he has P waiting on the other side for him, but he is not going to be able to get that ball anywhere.
Durtho loses a challenge to Geoids. Polar's now going to send this to Fast. Fast is going to let it float in the air, kind of fakes a little touch, fakes out one offender. Now he's got to rely on Luca to get a decent touch, kind of drops in a dangerous area, but Luca is wise enough to send that out of his zone. Let's see if No Hesitation can get a dagger. They love a dagger right now. They wouldn't like to just park the bus, because Solus Path has the type of tricks to be able to get past them.
Yeah, absolutely. And if we can see Luca start playing some more first man here, that would be dangerous. But right now, it's just stuck in the corner of Solus Path, as Durtho going to have a chance for a double tap. But the defense from Solus Path is absolutely incredible right now. As I say, as Luca misses one and it creates an open net, Polar makes the lead 4-2.
Yeah, this is what No Hesitation wanted. You would have expected a little more defense on the line, but it's still a beautiful shot to creep in that top left corner. As barring a miracle, we're going to see the closing of game 1. As Naitya is just going to hope to send a little style points down net. As this will head towards his end, and we see a close of game 1. No hesitation. Take it 4-2, but not without the kinks in the armor. There was certain points where No Hesitation was giving up goals that you hadn't seen them give up before. There was a rotation, maybe a communication error that showed they are in fact human. Even though they're still here in the winners bracket, they are in fact human.
Yeah, absolutely. And rotating up, it feels like the third man specifically is having a little bit of issues overcommitting onto the ball, maybe going a little bit too far behind the person that he thinks he needs to. In Soulless Path, they just have to keep dogging on that specifically. Those rotational issues will kill rotating up, and especially if you, as you mentioned, if Soulless Path can play that boomer ball style Rocket League that they like to play, they will find a way to win one of these games.
Yeah, no doubt. They just have to keep capitalizing on opportunities, keep capitalizing on what the other team gives you. The shots were pretty even in that match. You had 4 on Luca and 4 on Polar, just to highlight the two. But still, you'd love a little more output from the offensive Soulless Path. You'd love to see a few more connections in midfield, maybe some options from that Luca can generate, as he so famously has in the past. As the players are now getting set for game 2, I am excited to see which of these is going on to meet who. So this will dictate who gets in the winners finals, but the loser of this will have to go down and play the winner of Portuguese Bim Bam and Nuggeroid. We'll get to that name when we have to get to it. We're going to ignore that one for now, as the game is set and we are in.
I'm sure Portuguese Bim Bam would like to get their get back at Soulless Path, as Naitya going to be able to send that to the wall fast with a really good recovery and clear there. The net looks wide open, but we see Polar clear it away. Geoid sending it down into that left wall. Dirtho going to wait under him, just goes slightly under it, but he gets back to the ball, bumps Polar away. Dirtho taking a little bit more control. We see 2 on the wall there. That's a rotational mistake. The net is looking wide, but Geode is going to be able to get Soulless Path out of trouble.
Geo is a little bit of a savior there. As now Polar's going to put some pressure on, but nice. Geodes is where he needs to be right now. He's disrupting all of what No Hesitation's trying to do. Luca with a beautiful pass. What a great communication to have with your teammate Geodes, as Luca just knew he also managed a big thing in the lower ranks is when you make a pass like that, can you get out of the way yourself? As I've made many of passes like that and then been the one to save it against my teammate. And Luca pulls that one off beautifully.
Absolutely. I was just waiting for the call where it's like, and he got in the way of the shots.
Yes.
It's fast. Going to miss that one. Geodes, again, going to bail him out. Gets sent to the corner. Dirtho putting that one on net, but Fast is going to be right in front of it, looking for the double, but Luca sending it away. Slows down a little bit here. We see a little bit of this midfield play. 2 demos from the side of Soulless Path. More off-ball play, but Fast just a little bit over it and not going to be able to challenge Naitya.
Luca get a soft clear for now, only as far as Polar. Polar will meet Naitya up on the wall. Naitya gets a nice 50 to keep this going. Will steal the corner boost. But Luca is there as his disruptor. Fast is streaking down the left side, but he just doesn't have the boost to make something out of that play. Geodes will pop it up and help his team recoup.
Yeah, absolutely. And it feels like Soulless Path has to go on defense so much after that first goal. And Fast just stops it in front of the net. But Polar going to be able to equalize the game with 3 minutes and 16 seconds to go.
Polar is just there to collect. He sent a testing shot in, and although it was stopped from Fast, he has the wherewithal to get his wheels on the ground and collect that rebound. We are tied with 3:16 remaining.
Just not enough power on it. Fast going to fake that down. Geodes goes for it. Reading the bounce up. Is going to be able to get it. Luca not fast enough to get a good enough 50. But he is fast enough to get that double tap. He came out of absolute nowhere. Luca
chance for the lead here.
Dirtho going to eliminate it though.
Geoids trying to fight for the control of it, as the boost of Naitya neglected him having a chance to challenge that. A fast shot comes in. It is too much for No Hesitation to handle, as you saw the boost just kind of dried up for a couple players there. Durtho also just kind of scratching at pads, catches a bump from Fast as well, as Geodes will send that beautifully off the crossbar. Soulless Path have figured out what they need to do. They seem like they're firing on the correct amount of cylinders now for their engine build. Let's see if they can keep this momentum going.
I love off-ball Rocket League. I will always love off-ball Rocket League. Is Luca going to be able to clear that one away? Fast with no boost, just going to have to fake this one down. Luca going to be able to clear it off the backboard. Geode sending that shot on net, but no, Polar sending it away. Nightya trying to get the reset on the ball. He did not get it though. Luca could be able to get it away from him. Durtho sending it pinched down off the corner, but Fast clearing it off. Polar waiting right there for it. Runs out of boost. Nightya picks up the slack, gets the flip reset over one, but Luca doing some work on defense. Soulless Path, one of the best defensive teams in this tournament so far.
Nightya is going to wait this one out. Everybody on No Hesitation just kind of calling Geoid's bluff there. He has the hot hands with both goals for Soulless Path, but No Hesitation not showing that they're scared of him just yet. Durtho's going to pre-jump that off the wall, but Fast is a little too quick. A little bit, a team pitch attempt kind of pops out into a dangerous area. Luca cleans it up. Nightya trying to get a ceiling reset there. Oh, he did catch his reset, as Durtho's now going to keep the attack going. Trying to find a teammate down. It looks like that attack fizzles out. No Hesitation have a minute and a half to figure out how to break this tie. But if Soulless Path continues to play with these clean rotations, I don't fancy their chances.
I do not either, and as a minute and 20 ticks off the clock here, Soulless Path needs to look for something, as we see Polar right there send it all the way up to the backboard. Durtho just waiting on the wall for it. Geodes trying to read that bounce off the corner, but Polar, just such a fast player. He's had so many good beats this series in this game, but Luca going to send this one down, and again, Polar going to be able to get there in time with the speed.
Polar has two teammates downfield waiting on him, but Geoids is there to send it off the wall. A little bit of a double commit, as Polar didn't expect Nightya to get a touch under it. Geoids has a little bit of space. As Nightya coming off the wall, but is wise to that shot. Gets his tires on the ground in time. Now he has a teammate downfield. Ooh, they're cherry picking. No Hesitation's really trying to find a gap. They're leaving a player downfield to hopefully catch an unexpected pass and beat the defense out. But they've only got 30 seconds to figure out which key opens this lock.
Yeah, and it may be the passing plays, as that's two defenders. Very awkward and not a powerful enough shot from Durtho there. That was the opportunity to tie it up, as Polar going to get the 50. Fast going to get 2 50s. Durtho sitting this one on net, but Geodes barely getting there. Bounces off the backboard. Both players jump. Geodes goes down as fast as he can. A miss right there. Fakes out Durtho. Luca going to travel with this one. The clock hits 0. Nightya going to pick it up. You see Fast waiting on the wall right here. Durtho has boost. He gets it to the backboard. Luca's up, gets a very good touch, and it feels like this ball has been up for ages so far, as Polar going to be able to get that one down to Durtho. There is no boosts for the side of No Hesitation, and the ball goes down, and Soulless Path sends us to a game 3.
No Hesitation showing, though, that they're very, very well conditioned on the 0-second drill. They kept that one up for longer than any of us expected with all the 50s and challenges that came through, but the stats still favor Soulless Path, as Geoids did all the work that game. 2 goals, 3 saves, and he also had 100% shooting percentage, but he couldn't have done it without all of, like you highlighted, the off-ball pressure from Luca and Fast. That they're just downfield when they need to be. You saw No Hesitation at the end, picked up on that strategy, and we're throwing Polar and Nightya downfield to try and get a cherry-picking option, but that seems to be Soulless Path, their game plan to start. They just kind of know when you're not expecting them to push their advantage. They kind of have their hand on the pulse right now.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think rotating up maybe needs to get a more traditional rotation here, as they're living up to their name. They got 2 players rotating up, and they're kind of leaving that third player more of a far back third, a very, very old style of Rocket League, it feels. But Soulless Path plays that boomer style of ball, and it's extremely interesting to see how it matches up. And if rotating up can just get a little bit more solo play effort, I think they can pull it off after out of this series.
Just for anybody who might be confused, in our UI, rotating up is the name of No Hesitation. So we seem to kind of be going back and forth on that. But just so you know, Polar, Nightya, and Durtho are on No Hesitation. It was just the UI that betrays us this time around. So we get into Game 3. I again stated that if Soulless Path were able to have time to figure out their opponent, that I would begin to favor them, and I'm going to stick by that statement. Even though we're in the early throes of Game 3, anything could happen, I still like the momentum that they're coming in with.
Yeah, absolutely. As we see Fast take this ball, Nightya going to be able to get the 50. Geodes has an open net in front of him, but Polar very, very fast right there. We see Luca trying to get a demo and a 50 here. Does get the 50. Grabs that corner boot. Durtho going to send it towards the net. Geode is awkward, and Durtho just going to get too much power on that pass right there.
Luca's going to try and salvage this attack as Durtho demoing him behind him. He was breathing down his neck the whole time. Geodes is going to keep the pressure on, gets on the ceiling, but has no use for that reset as it'll pop out to his teammate Luca. Luca's going to let the defense sit in that with a little bit of a hesitation, but they'll clean it up as Nightya, boostless, still finds a soft clear on the right corner, and he'll find another touch as two members of No Hesitation were up right there. A little bit of scary rotations. We highlighted sometimes this is what bites them. See if they can clean it up before Soulless Path punishes them for it.
Yeah, absolutely. As we see P gets the flip reset there. Geode's going to wait until there's danger. Very good patience from him right there. Two players jump off the backboard here, and it creates another awkward situation for Geodes. Even under so much pressure, he has been able to get some absolutely wild saves.
Yeah, Geodes is definitely the player to watch if you're a Soulless Path fan. He's the one that's kind of dictating where the play is, where the focus is. As Luca's going to follow this down, sees Geodes in front of him, but can't get the dashes on the wall lined up with the touch that he wanted, but it'll still be kicked out. Durtho is trying to find Nightya. That'll bang off the crossbar. Geodes gets that over top of the attacking fender in a bump downfield. Luca capitalizing on the unset feet of No Hesitation. Polar didn't have the boost to manage. He didn't really have anywhere to go. If he'd have let that go, Luca would have hit it anyways. And beautifully done off-ball Rocket League. It's just beautiful to watch.
I know the players in No Hesitation just went, that went through my car! Because on my screen, it looked like it went through his car as fast. Going to be able to go for that one. Durtho sending it down. Nightya trying to get this goal back. Tries to fake Geodes. And this man is an absolute beast on the defense. But an open net for No Hesitation equalizes the game with 2 minutes and 23 seconds to go.
Yeah, they'll manage to find it. Nightya with just a little bit of hesitation there creates an opening that Polar can just push the ball gently through, and Nightya puts the finishing touch on top of it. Now you see the team plays coming through for No Hesitation. And although the series, it seems to be favoring Soulless Path, you can never count out No Hesitation. Because at any point in time, one of these players can give you a highlight that'll send the ESPN theme song through your head. So nothing is certain here, as Geodes is going to send a soft shot over the top. Polar is wise to it. Nightya now going to take control in the middle, but Luca is there to disrupt again. Geodes pre-jumped that, but Durtho was wise. Now it comes down to Fast over top of Polar, but he does get a touch. Maybe a couple. Now the danger zone. Durtho needs a touch here, and Geodes just can't send it through the defense this time. No Hesitation has figured out what they need to for now, as a kind of a scary touch coming from Nightya. The pressure stays on.
Yeah, and that bump right there opens up a huge opportunity for Durtho, and he capitalizes and takes the lead for No Hesitation. Fast got bumped on the backboard there, and it just looked like Geodes was not prepared for that. And Durtho recognized the situation immediately and took the lead for No Hesitation.
They need that. They want a little bit of comfort. They'd like to see themselves just go right into the grand finals for their return to our Rocket Rush weekly tournaments. As we stated, they have only competed in 2 other Rocket Rushes, and they have won both of them. So they're trying to retain the confidence in themselves and the reputation that they've shown in our circuit. Polar gets a demo downfield, puts an end to Luca's antics for now. Naya's going to see if he can get this over top of Luca. Actually goes under Luca and has a teammate downfield. See if No Hesitation can get a dagger here in the waning minute.
Yeah, and with 43 seconds on the clock now, Soulless Path need to get some pressure going, and it looks like some communication issues. Nobody knows who wants to go for the ball. That's going to be a shot on, though. Dirtho going to be able to get the save. Polar taking this one for himself fast. Going to be able to get it down to Luca. Dirtho going to be pressuring him immediately. Gets it past him. It's in the midfield. Naya using all of his boost to get there, and this could be a good solo play opportunity, but Luca just absolutely sends it away there in the last 15 seconds of the game to decide who goes to the grand finals.
I think he was waiting on a pass for whoever Polar demoed, but either way, they're going to have to go to a plan B. As Fast is going to get a soft pinch off the wall. Need to keep this up. Can they have the 0-second drills? No hesitation. No. Player comes off the ceiling and ends it. No Hesitation takes it.
Yeah, and No Hesitation are into the grand finals, and Portuguese Bim Bam did end up winning their game. So we do get to see a rematch between Soulless Path and Portuguese Bim Bam. That should be an absolute banger of a series because No Hesitation and Portuguese Bim Bam have two incredibly different play styles. So it's going to be interesting to see how Soulless Path can kind of adapt to that.
Yeah, and even though it was a 2-0 in favor of Soulless Path over Portuguese Bim Bam, there was still a lot to love from that club because they kept it close and they seemed to make adjustments when necessary. So I am excited to see who will meet No Hesitation, who is still kind of the kings of this Rocket Rush, as long as they decide to be. I'd like to see if their crown can be knocked off their head or if the rain continues. We're going to send it to a short break before we get into our losers bracket finals.
Says thank you for that one.
Not to Stellar. Vi gets it out of the way. Vi's going to bring it up the wall. He's going to look towards the middle. He has Breezy in the middle. He's going to get it to him. 3 back.
Hey, whoa, Div! Are we stat padding? He just bumped his own teammate.
Div, that was actually a beautiful read. That's actually a really tough call to cut across your team.
What Zave Esports can do to, you know, mitigate their losses, but and try not to lose this game one by more than 1 goal. And what is this play coming up from Zave Esports? Are you kidding me? It looks like it was maybe a double commit. I don't want to, you know, talk down on these guys' team play, but look at that. What?
Shrinks back into their box and wait as Risky comes off the ceiling, gets a reset beautifully, puts it top ends. Again, the story completely flips for ADSF. They looked a little bit impotent in the first game, and they show that that is not their character.
A pinch out from Roxer, almost spelling danger for ADSF, but now it's Ness looking for the flip reset over one, gets the double tap! Are you kidding me? That is the response that we are looking for. Ness says, I'm going to do it all myself, flip reset over 2, and then the double tap. Oh!
I mean, they're playing 2 on top of each other. They're too flustered. The anger and the, I guess, pressure is getting to them incredibly well here.
Oh my
goodness!
what a shot!
Yes, he is showing the pressure, and that is a backboard touch. I honestly thought he was on the wrong team and scored in his own.
defense, and there was no one there to play defense. No, it's a disaster. 4 for disaster. Oh.
Pretty much as Taliska goes up another goal. 5-4 this.
Welcome back to Nameless Esports Rocket Rush Weekly $100 Tournament. We have the losers finals coming at you right now with Soulless Path facing off against Portuguese Bim Bam. A nice rematch of the winners semifinal. And although Soulless Path took it 2-0, it was still close enough to be excited about. So this is one you have to keep your eyes on.
Yeah, absolutely. And Portuguese Bim Bam, they did give them a run for their money in the last series that they played against them, but just slipped away from them slightly. I think they were both one-goal games, if I remember correctly. Wasn't there an overtime in game one?
I believe so. It sounds correct to me. My brain is a little reset after the series that we watched, keeping track of all the action. It's actually unfortunate, just to mention the bracket one more time, to see Zave Esports going out probably the quickest we've seen them go out in their tenure in our tournaments. Going out in the losers quarterfinal. I know, at least judging from the chat, the fans they had in the chat, that they were not happy with that result, but it is still always good to see all of the Zave organizations show up and show out when they have the capability to. But Soulless Path is going to try and earn their rematch against No Hesitation. Can they do it?
Hey, we got to find out. Usually in this part of the bracket, you do get to see a lot of rematches like this. And it's honestly what makes these winners semifinals in these lower brackets so fun. You get to see these teams adapt to each other and play multiple games against each other. It's always just a blast to watch.
Yeah, I always have fun in these tournaments. I mean, whether I'm casting the front half or the second half, the finals or the opening stages, it's always fun to see who pops off, who's going to make a name for themselves. As I said, No Hesitation are kind of the unspoken kings of this tournament. And to see them, after a 3-week break, come back and still show that they've got what it takes to snatch that $100. As Sean stated earlier, they just keep wanting our money. They just keep wanting to take our money.
Yeah, absolutely. And obviously, we've seen both of these teams play already. So who is your player to watch for this series? I have mine, obviously, but I want to know yours.
I think I have to stick with my boy that I've been kind of bragging about, Luca. As you said, the off-ball plays sometimes are the most exciting to watch because they create things that you don't expect. Luca is definitely the player to come from out of the screen or behind the camera, or you're focused on one player and he just comes from 12 o'clock out of nowhere. He's the guy that I have my focus on because I don't think Geoids has as dominant of a game as he had in game one against No Hesitation if Luca isn't making No Hesitation look behind their backs, check their rotations. Do we have one behind us? Is there 3 in front of us? Do they have 2 back? That can't be stated. That impact is always invaluable, especially when you have real hard hitters on your team. Support players are sometimes more important than your mechanical players because you can flip reset all you want, but if all 3 players on the other side of the pitch know what you're going to do, your mechanics don't matter as much. So Luca's impact, I think, is what's going to be the difference maker in this series. And if they take it, he's going to be the difference maker in the rematch we might see in the grand finals. So he is definitely my player to watch.
Absolutely. And you mentioned Geoids, not my player to watch yet, but in that last series against No Hesitation, he was awkward on defense so many times and still made the save. He made the effort. He made the save. It was absolutely incredible to watch him play on defense. But besides that, my player to watch for the game is Fast RL. Fast RL, an absolute incredible player. We saw it in that No Hesitation series he played in the winners final. He was making so many good saves, and same with the Portuguese Bim Bam semifinal game. just so many good saves, so many good reflexes. It felt like he never really panicked. No matter what happened on defense, he was staying calm and he was just letting the game play. He was letting the momentum take him, and he's going to be the difference maker in this game.
I do like that analysis. I think either all three players obviously have the capability to just set the tournament in a completely different direction. And Geoids, it's easy to highlight him. You know, he's the easy guy to highlight. That's why I think we've picked the other two, because I think the facilitation of his success is what's going to get them through this tournament. I think Geoids himself would agree, even being the, like you said, the difference maker. But I like his teammates and how they, even in their losses, they still seem to stick to their game plan. They want to figure it out on their terms. They don't want to be dictated to. And they've shown strong showings throughout. They haven't really been blown out yet, which my point is. And that's what I think is their strong suit.
Yeah, absolutely. And the off-ball play. We got to talk about the off-ball play, Hyper. You can't forget it with Soulless Path. We saw it in the No Hesitation series. It was incredible. They lost, but some of the demos they were getting, they were clearly communicating every single demo that they got. It was absolutely great to see from them, and I'm hoping to see a lot of demos this game. Again, I love demos. I love demos, and I love demos. Give me more demos.
Say it again. Like I said, say it again for the people in the back. Say it one more time. Demos are one of the more important mechanics, one of the hardest mechanics. Like I said, it's easy to hit a ball when you know where it's going to be and you can judge the trajectory of it. It is very difficult to catch a player that's going supersonic in a completely not parallel, perpendicular angle to you, to be able to time that while he's turning or while he might slam on his brakes. That is a very difficult thing to time, and the best players in the world at it. I mean, Calm comes to mind immediately. A space station player right now in the RLCS has made it his brand. So it's reached the highest levels. It is not a gold strat. These aren't platinum players just because they demo. It is a very difficult thing to pull off. And as I think I said earlier, the timing of it, to make sure you're not going for demos just to leave your team stranded behind you. It's a dance.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's one of the reasons I love watching South America play. They like make their opponents puppets almost. It is unreal to see what they can do with demos, and they're one of the most aggressive regions. They're annoying to play against because you'll be sitting on defense. This is you. This is one of the South American players. You go up backboard. Man, I can't get demoed up here. I'm on backboard. They just go up. You're either bumped off or you're just exploded. It's one of the most useful mechanics in the game.
It's included in one of my favorite mechanics to say, which is the air dribble bump. I just love saying that. It flows out of the air dribble bump. He's going for the air dribble bump. It's such a fun thing to say. And it is also a pretty fun mechanic once you get it down. I'm still, champion it on a good day if I have a week where I really train. So air dribble bumps are still outside of my realm of expertise. But as soon as you get a couple down, you feel like an RLCS pro.
Yeah, really. And these teams are figuring it out, and it feels like every day the off-ball play kind of evolves. And I know the viewers are probably like, "Man, will you talk about a flip reset or a flick or something?" But no, the most entertaining part of the game is always going to be just watching the cars drive around in a circle and seeing the triangles that they make to rotate around. It's always going to be the most entertaining part of the game to me.
Yeah, for sure. And we're just going to delay a little bit longer. We have some players that are messing around with the lobby. I think we're just having a little bit of technical difficulties. So unfortunately, you're going to have to listen to us yap a little bit longer. But yeah, as you say, off-ball plays. I tend to get in a lot of little quick match arguments with my MM teammates because they don't find the value in, getting a bump downfield or, cherry picking to get the rotations off. but I'm glad I am with a man of class who can appreciate my strategy as you do.
Yes, absolutely. And the public matchmaking, the public lobbies, demoing in cash? Why are you demoing in cash? Why are you trying so hard? And I don't think people realize demos are just fun. It's just a fun way to play.
They are very fun. They are very fun. I think it looks like we're still getting players in. If you don't mind me asking, if you don't mind exposing yourself on the stream, what is the highest rank in Rocket League you have?
I peaked 15-20, so not quite high enough to play at that GC2 level, but just mid enough to keep up with some of it.
Yeah, that's still respectable though. Like I said, I'm low diamonds a lot of time. I could maybe see champ on a week where I lock myself in my room, but I've always been a fan of RLCS, and just watching what those crazy players can do. Is I think we do have players joining now, as I'm going to get myself set. It is going to be Portuguese Bim Bam are trying to get the redemption on Soulless Path. And we have a couple players getting funny in chat. Love to see it. I wish you guys could see it, but you love a little bit of trash talk. Something I haven't seen myself yet.
Hey man, when these bubble players get into it, they get into it. Let's get this one underway. Havoc and Fast on the kickoff. Rafa going to hit the shot on, and Spart going to open up the scoring for Portuguese Bim Bam. They may be talking, but they're not all talk. They're scoring too.
Absolutely. And the crossbar, or the right post with the assist there, along with Rafa, and Spart will get the scoring started for his team. They're hoping that they can pretty much reverse sweep. They got 2-0'd the first time, so if they could 2-0 Soulless Path this time, that would be great for their confidence heading into the grand finals.
Absolutely. And we see Fast trying to get some other early scoring here. Havoc going to try and get the pinch off the wall here. Luca just going to be waiting for it. We see Rafa get a good touch. 2 demos from Soulless Path right there. Trying to get the fake on Spart, but Spart, what an absolutely clutch play as third man.
Fast still trying to be a problem in the offensive end. Geoids is going to send that in. We know he's dangerous, but Rafa clears it out for now. Luca staying on the ball, going to slow it down, hoping for his team to recoup behind him. But Rafa sees that one go over top of him. Geoids now sends it to Luca. Luca gets a weird shot angle, but it will not go in. Pavix was there to block it, and the fireworks got started early, but I think the teams are now settling into the rotations, and Fast left it for a teammate behind him there. As Soulless Path are going to try and get on the board. They don't want to leave it to a 0-second drill, as good at that as they might be. Fast doing a little bit of antics in his end, but eventually sees it go to the corner and out of danger for the moment.
Yeah, and we're just seeing some fast, aggressive play here. It seems like both teams are pretty fired up right now, and that one's going to float. Geodes barely has any boost. He's just going to have to clear it up to Luca. Another opportunity for Soulless Path right here, but as I was saying, both teams seem really fired up, and they're just coming out of the gate swinging.
Yeah, I like Soulless Path's communication. I've seen already a couple times a player who looks like they should be going for the ball start to hit the reverse pedal, and someone from their team come flying in. Love to see the communication, because that is what will make the difference. Oh, a little bit of a whiff as Fast and Geoids maybe had a miscommunication, but won't get punished for now. Spart is going to try and keep an attack going. He'll see this go up the wall to his teammate Payvex. Oh, Payvex looked like he went for a demo there. Spart will now have to bail his team out. A little bit of ruckus going on, some misplays, or maybe some fakes that are higher level than me. Spart, that's a dangerous clear right there.
Yeah, it's getting pretty dangerous. I think this is where both the teams have to realize they have to slow down. They cannot keep trying to play as fast as they can. Get some more slow and methodical plays here. That was about 5 whiffs in a row and almost an own goal that we saw. Just slow it down.
Spart's going to send it to the right side. Finds Fast on the wall. Rafa follows that up, though. Gets a beautiful challenge to send it out. And now Luca is going to struggle with that 50 against Payvex. Fast is going to go up for the ball. meets Spart. They kind of cancel each other out. If anybody hit the ball there, maybe it was just a full wash. Geoids comes from space to save that. He was behind the shooting player, but still managed to get the save. Ooh, and a dangerous, looked like almost an open net there, but Geoids is where he needs to be. Fast, coming up with a goal line save. The pressure is now on Soulless Path to try and stop this Portuguese attack.
Yeah, absolutely. And another whiff there. Just very uncharacteristic from both these teams so far. As Fast almost got an insane redirect. Again, just slow it down. There's 1:20 left. Soulless Path is the ones that really need to speed it up, as that was a great save by Rafa. And I think Portuguese can just slow it down.
Yeah, I do see that. I think a few of the Portuguese Bim Bam players are suffering from that South America ping. I wonder if that is what is the nail in their shoe right now, because it seems like their rotations are there, but just the execution's off. So I wonder if that ping is starting to become a little bit of a problem. But either way, Fast is going to try to go for what looked like an air dribble bump, as I highlighted in the break, but it will be sent behind him for now, as Geoids is going to have to try and get a second touch on that. He kind of popped it out for anybody. Had to redeem the clear there. Rafa sends it out as far as Geoids. A little bit of back and forth now as 30 seconds remaining. Can Soulless Path equalize this?
I believe so, as Geoids puts it on, but it goes off the crossbar. That was a beautiful passing play right there, as Fast sends that one up. Smart, clearing it to the corner. Very, very low blues for the side of Portuguese Bam Bam right now. I think Soulless Path are going to try and take advantage of it. 10 seconds on the clock now. Pavix with the clear. Fast taking control of it. Going to get a good 50. Geode with the shot. It goes off the crossbar. Fast going to recognize it. Going to fake it down. Geode with another shot. Ball's still up. Luca can get a good pinch right here, but Spart is going to send that one down right in front of the net. And Portuguese Bam Bam, they go up 1-0 early in the series.
Yeah, they break their personal curse, again being swept last series against Soulless Path. You love, if you're Portuguese Bim Bam, you love getting that first game to just instill the natural confidence in yourself. Okay, they are human. Even though you only got a goal, maybe it was 30 seconds in. Maybe that trash talk paid off. Again, it was Portuguese Bim Bam throwing a few eggs in the face of Soulless Path, maybe try and get them off kilter a little bit, and we'll give them the benefit of the doubt and say it worked for game one. We'll say that was what put it over the edge. Despite the ping troubles that Portuguese Bim Bam was having, they still managed to get game one. That is step one to getting yourself to the grand finals.
Yeah, absolutely. And I'd like to point out here, Soulless Path had 8 shots. They went 0 for 8. It seems like Portuguese Bim Bam, they're forcing them to take a lot of shots that they don't really want to take. And they also had 2 or 3 just straight up crossbar shots on net that were really unlucky when they bounced out. So Soulless Path just got to find the back of the net, maybe aim down a little bit lower, put it where the opponent doesn't think it's going to be.
You know, shot placement definitely gets more important as you get deeper into these tournaments. You got to decide where the defense's momentum is going, decide if you need to stop your momentum to try and draw them out a little bit. It does always become a chess match as the game slows down. And we saw a lot, again, only 1 goal last game, so a lot of chess was going on behind the scenes, maybe in the comms, people trying to figure things out. Geoids has a chance to gives it to a teammate, and now Soulless Path are the ones to set themselves in front early here in game 2.
First goal of the series for them, and a beautiful pass out by Geodes there. Just kept it really close on the goal line, and Fast read it perfectly.
A great answer in game 2 for Soulless Path. Rafa is going to try and soil their success. Spart sends a little bit of a testing shot. He'll follow it. Only go as far as Luca. They're just trying to draw out the resources of Soulless Path, try and get them a little bit on the back foot, make them react to what you're doing. Oh, a beautiful bump coming out from Rafa. He was behind the defense and managed to get a perfect bump on, who was it? Geo. He really caught a little bit of both Fast and Geoids on that bump. Perfectly placed, as we have been harping on the off-ball game this whole time we've been on stream.
Hyper, he literally Goomba stomped Fast. he just He just put him in the ground as that's going to be popped up for Rafa. It's a 50 down fast, going to be able to take possession of it. Pavic's waiting to challenge. Luca looking for the double tap here. It's going to bounce off the corner though. Very good defense by Portuguese Bim Bam here as Fast looks to kill it and is not going to be able to. Smart sends it towards an empty net. Can he read it and get it in? Yes, he can as Rafa cleans up the mess. 2-1 Portuguese Bim Bam.
Yeah, you can't really see it on the replay, but Luca caught a bump in midfield that just took out all of the defenses for Soulless Path. Portuguese Bim Bam kind of walked that one in for the lead here in game 2. Now they have the momentum moving forward as only a minute has gone off the clock.
Yeah, absolutely here. And you can see the South American team. They're getting a lot more aggressive, a lot more demo-y and bumpy. And I think it's working out. I think there's some tilt levels for Soulless Path right here as Rafa going to clear that one out to the corner and clear it away.
Yeah, they're trying to keep up with the pace of Portuguese Bim Bam. Maybe they just can't remember what the game plan was the first time around. Again, an open net there. Fast was midfield and Luca was in rotation, but you don't like to see those kind of gaps, especially being down in the game and series. You want to kind of clean those up and maybe play a little bit more gentleman Rocket League, maybe a little more fundamental Rocket League, as Rafa's going to get another attack going. Gets it past Luca. Has a teammate in the middle, and they find a third before 2 minutes have elapsed on the clock.
That was an absolutely beautiful pass from Rafa. If you're Fast, there's not much you can do there, but just sit and watch. Maybe get on backboard and get that early challenge, but other than that, just nothing he can do there.
3-1. Soulless Path have their tournament lives on the line, being from the winners final. Now having your back against the wall is elimination is imminent if you cannot figure out a steady stream of offense here in the last 3 minutes of game 2. Geoids going to try and follow a little tip from Luca. Bounces back to Fast. As you see, I think they maybe have made that adjustment as you do see a third player back for Soulless Path. Will it benefit them? That's the question.
I just don't believe so. I feel like they need to play the Rocket League they've been playing. It doesn't feel like it's working out for them as another opportunity for Portuguese Bim Bam here. It feels like Portuguese Bim Bam are just reading them like a book. Soulless Path need to play the Rocket League that they know how to play.
Yeah, Luca just can't find the same impact. He was the one who was called out in the little bit of banter that we had pre-match. Luca was the one that was on the receiving end of it. You wonder, like you said, if the tilt factor comes in. Beautiful save from Fast. Pavix handles the rebound. Geoids is going to try and stay persistent to send this one in as the resources of Portuguese Bim Bam are expended. 2 players on low boost as Luca's going to just park himself. He's trying to send a little bit of a message there to Portuguese Bim Bam.
Yeah, and a beautiful 50 by Spart there. Another thing that I've seen from Portuguese Bim Bam, they've taken some absolutely beautiful 50s and they've been winning them. Sometimes it feels like a 50 will not go your way, and I'm sure that's what it feels like for Soulless Path right now. And I think they just need some more aggression. Like right there, Fast was just pressuring him, and he got the force, and now they're in an awkward situation, but it feels like Portuguese Bim Bam are just in a wall right now.
Yeah, the attack only works for Soulless Path as far as to expend their defenses. As you see another save come out. Fast with 0 boost, has to leave it for a teammate. Geoids just can't get an angle on it to give him a shot, as Lucas now has the second chance, but it gets cleared out again. We're entering the final minute here, Wolf. What do you think?
Man, I'm thinking Portuguese Bim Bam. They have all the pressure, and that may be an open net, but slows down a little bit. Luca just having to clear it away, and it gives it to him. Fast sitting in the back of the net right now with no boost. And if they can maybe find a dagger here, this thing will be over.
Yeah, the seconds are waning for your defending champions from last week. Soulless Path have got to figure something out. 30 seconds remaining. Man, Rafa sends in the dagger. I wonder where the defense went. Oh, he just couldn't collect himself. And that will be it. You have players exiting the lobby. Soulless Path have seemingly conceded this in the most. Oh, the trash talk still continues in the chat. Man, Portuguese Bim Bam have come back with a vengeance as you just see the free play going on. Geoids refuses to quit. He gets her solo. Oh man, Geoids is not having any of the trash talk. Oh man. Sets up beautiful storylines for the weeks to come. I love it. I love it. If you're not on the receiving end of the toxicity, you just love to watch eggs get thrown across the lawn.
I think Geodes can clutch this one up. I think he does too. But Portuguese Bim Bam will move on to the grand finals and face off against No Hesitation. No Hesitation will start with a game advantage. Am I right about that?
Yes, sir. No
Yeah,
hesitation. Yep.
It'll be very interesting to see these two teams match up, especially if Portuguese Bim Bam play how they did just now.
Ooh. By the end of that game, Portuguese Bim Bam made Soulless Path kind of look a little clue, other than Geodes, who stuck it out for his team, put on a good face for the stream. But it is still Portuguese Bim Bam that really showed up, and they made it known that that first series was just them getting started, just them getting their footing as they are moving on to face No Hesitation in our grand finals here in week 6, I believe. Yes, week 6.
6. Yeah, that was a great series from Portuguese Bim Bam, and I think it came down to who wanted it more, and they wanted it more.
They for sure wanted it more. And we're going to send you to just a very quick break before we get these two teams set for the grand finals.
Looks to say game over. Now the
8th. L was coming in to try and get that one in. But Monk just was there for the clear. They can get this one. Oh, no, they have 2 seconds left as
no, it's not possible.
L finally gets the redemption, and he'll cement that goal, giving his touch. Has Reeker waiting for it. Goes right to Reeker off the wall, but Fast is wiser to it. Sif's now going to struggle to try and keep it out. Gets a beautiful reset and sends it to Reeker. What a beautiful play by Sif as he freezes the ball in net, or excuse me, in the middle of the air, and gets a tremendous reset. And Reeker was ready the whole time.
Yeah, you have to. And that was a great analogy, as you can just see as oh my goodness, Monk already shut me up.
What a reset!
The casters can't happen to be a game, can it? As Monk, he has that reset, fakes out. Yeah, they are. They almost had something. Rotating up had something on, but just equally denies. Bug gets a shot. That boy towards the net, and Fast
Where
is going
does
to
that
tie
come
it up.
from? Where does that come from?
I don't know.
He's on the ceiling. The ceiling reset. He knows to hold it the whole time. He's
back wall, looking to make the pass happen. Sky's there to contest. A hand up now. Sky pinches it off the sidewall. Will just be collected by Breezy, and now looking for the double tap. Div puts the final shot on off the crossbar. Will not go in quite yet, but finally Div puts in the goal to win this game number 2. And the side of Team Silence are going to win this series in a 2-0 fashion. For now, trying to see if you can break this stalwart defense by the side of Team Silence.
Honestly, at this point, it's looking like that is a no, but obviously at this level of gameplay, things can absolutely change. Sky with a demo and a murderous goal there. It was impossible to see. He used his enemy as the shot put. Lose it all as well. which is exactly what Ignite is looking for, but I'm not exactly so certain that it will happen. I mean, look at the control from Random Shot. He's playing as much time as he wants, and Nava's taking it up as well for a little bit of fun action. Flip reset, and that is just in from Nava, scoring him a goal for this game with 2 seconds remaining, and it looks like this game is all but over.
Yeah, it's been dominant from the side of B. Kamachi. All three players in the same spot. It gets taken away from them by Chuz, and they will score. Chuma that one. So now will be a minute 55 left to play with. You still need 3 goals to tie things up. Will be a counterattack coming in. Polar off the back wall sends it. Another one, a double tap, a triple tap from Polar. Oh my goodness, another goal is tallied for the side of No Hesitation.
It just feels like the pressure is different, even when the ball, even though.
Gets the touch, will be Nightya there to collect. Polar puts it towards Net. Magic has to make a good touch. It's going to be off the back wall. Magic, the double tap in order to clear this out. Great job from him. Sith tries to put it past Nightya, will not be able to find it. Velocity's up, so Woofy's there first, though, and now Magic up as well. That's going to be everyone pushed forward for the side of Zave Esports. It's going to be a tricky defense. Nightya's got the flip reset, just to like the play it forward. Hit past everyone. Nightya, the mind games pay off. They thought he'd flip reset it over, so Woofy jumps, Magic jumps, Nightya just drops down. Easy tap in, says thank you for that one.
Not to Stellar. Vi gets it out of the way. Vi's gonna bring it up the wall. He's gonna look towards the middle. He has Breezy in the middle. He's gonna get it to him. 3 back. Hey, whoa, Div! Are we stat padding? He just bumped his own teammate.
Div, that was actually a beautiful read. That's actually a really tough call to cut across your team.
And welcome back to the Rocket Rush Week 6 for the Nameless Esports $100 weekly tournament. We have No Hesitation and Portuguese Bim Bam here in our grand finals. No Hesitation starting with a game advantage, although it is a series of 5, them making it all the way through the winner's bracket without losing a series entitles them to a game advantage here in the finals, and we are set to go. Wolf, how are you feeling so far?
I'm feeling great, and I know Portuguese Bim Bam is feeling amazing right now, as it looked like Polar wanted an insane passing play right there. But Portuguese Bim Bam, despite being down 1-0 in this best-of-5 series, they have the momentum, and Rafa is going to get us going early as Portuguese Bim Bam goes up 1-0.
Rafa wasting no time, making sure that this momentum isn't in vain. Them feeling themselves last series in the fashion they won it, they're going to carry that energy right on into this grand final.
Absolutely.
Ooh, Polar finding an open net, and he'll get a gift there off the kickoff, as I think maybe the Portuguese player just chose the wrong corner to rotate to, and Polar will get a freebie to tie it up here at 30 seconds.
Yeah, just a really good 50 in the midfield there. And again, midfield possession going to be very, very big in this game.
Spart meets Nightya for the challenge. Polar's going to send it into the offensive zone, but Rafa will clear that. Eats a demo for his troubles. Ortho tried to get it down, but Spart will send it back their direction. A little bit of chaos here in the blue half as that floats eerily towards the blue goal. Ortho is there to try and sow a bit of chaos, but he's just not in the position to score that. Polar's going to send it in. A little bit of testing going on here in the first minute as we are tied up. I think the teams feel comfortable to kind of reset to a default. I say that as a shot comes in that Raffle will fend off. Nightya is going to see if he can dunk this under the crossbar, but it gets cleared out by Portuguese Bim Bam.
Again, Portuguese Bim Bam under so much pressure. I don't feel any hesitation or fear from them when they're under that pressure. there's no quick action, no mistake. They're just so calm and collected. As you see right here, it gets them the pressure, and there's an open net right there as Rafa gets the angle and puts them up 2-1.
Rafa cutting up the midfield, or excuse me, Spark cutting up the midfield, and Rafa was there to capitalize on the space his teammate created. You're right, Portuguese Bim Bam don't look shaken. They don't look like the ping troubles. We have one player, Rafa is sitting at 120 ping, Pavex is sitting at 140 ping, and you wouldn't be able to tell that. If you were just watching this on stream, you wouldn't be able to tell that there is such a connection advantage because they're just too fast for it. They're just creating too many problems for No Hesitation to solve, for that discrepancy in connection to really even show itself.
Yeah, absolutely. And it feels like No Hesitation right here. They're really spread out, and it proves right here as Polar not going to be able to get to that one. Rafa with his third goal of the game. That is the hat trick for Rafa.
Quickly getting the work in. If you're No Hesitation, you're calmly reminding yourself that you have that game handicap. You just got to kind of feel it out, get loose again, start to find the connections downfield. Don't let the mountain start to get built on top of you.
Yeah, absolutely. And a 3-1 advantage, really, really nice to start out with. This Spark going to get that one to the midfield. Going to miss it, though. Knight taking it, pinching it off the wall. Good recoveries from him. Grabs the boost. Not going to be able to do much in the midfield, though. Spark looking for some more goals for Portuguese Bim Bam here. And it just feels like they control the midfield like nobody's business. They have absolutely owned it.
They really do. And as you said, you don't really fear for them a lot. They just went for a really cheeky kind of pinch double commit. Oh, Rafa fights off a hard shot there from Ortho. But they're trying these cheeky plays that other teams would concede a goal for not executing correctly. Oh, Ortho comes from Saturn to score that goal over top of Portuguese Bim Bam. Polar put that right where it needed to be.
Yeah, absolutely. And they starved him a little bit. They starved him a little bit in the back. They took one of the corners, and all the small pads were gone in front of the net, so not much you can do there as Pavix and Otra go against each other. Rafa going to send this down to Spark. Spark has possession of it, but Polar is going to be able to get the 50. It's still kind of in front of the net here. Polar clearing the way, bounces off the wall, and that is a sharp shot on net by Otrud. And wow, it is a tie game with 1 minute and 46 seconds to go.
Oh, yeah, Otrud is not feeling the pressure at all. Puts his second goal in that ties it up with 1:46, and now all of the momentum is on the No Hesitation side of the pitch. Let's see if Spark can disrupt their flow. It sees that go overnight yet, but doesn't have the boost to get the double tap. Polar will send it alongside, try and get a counter attack going. Oh, Rafa downfield looking for his fourth, but just didn't quite have the positioning. Just put that one in the back of the net.
Yeah, and again, No Hesitation has that game advantage right now. So winning this game is one of the most important of the series. It could be even more important than Game 3 if they win this. It gets the momentum going, and it sets the tone for the rest of the series, as that is a double tap, and Rafa, what a save.
Rafa had to be quick on his feet there, as Polar was at the very end of his boost tank, but still made it count as a dangerous shot towards the corner. Now we get a little bit of midfield play. A beautiful setup there from Naya from his teammate, but the defense is good for it this time around. Polar gets a nice 50 that bounces out to the center. Nobody there to capitalize on it. Oh, he's going to send a testing shot. A little bit of boomer ball. Polar doesn't mind to kind of play pinball and kind of keep Portuguese Bim Bam boxed in their own half. Rafa's going to send a dunk in on the defense. Otrud lets it go. A heartbreaker if you are Portuguese Bim Bam. 4 unanswered goals, and that one being an open netter downfield. Didn't need to put all your chips in the center of the poker table for that one. Maybe it was questionable. Maybe they just felt pressure. Maybe they saw an opening that wasn't on the replay. But either way, No Hesitation is seeing themselves fast-track to a 2-game advantage unless Portuguese Bim Bam can throw a wrench in the gears here.
Absolutely, as Polar trying to get it clear on that one. Not yet. Going to finish the job. Polar pre-jumped it. All 3 of the players for No Hesitation are up on the field right now. Otra going to get a crucial clear. Rafa doesn't have any boost and gets bumped. Pavix does grab that 100, but is going to miss the ball. Polar sits under it, going to kill the ball right here. Rafa can't get to it, and we see No Hesitation go up 2-0 in the series.
No Hesitation showing that even though they have rocky starts, they're the kings for a reason. They've won these tournaments for a reason. They've done it all the time through the winners bracket. They have never fallen to the lower bracket, the losers bracket, excuse me. And you're kind of seeing why, because even though they're tested, even though they have double commits that make us question them, like, maybe they need to adjust this or that, they still in the end come out to figure out what they need to.
Yeah, maybe for Portuguese Bim Bam, it just needs to get a little bit less aggressive. As we saw, one of the players went to go take one of the corners, and it just left their net completely open instead of rotating into that mid big boost pad. But you take risks. Sometimes you don't get the high reward. So maybe take a little bit more risk, gamble a little bit more, and see what happens.
Yeah, there is no shortage of opportunities now for No Hesitation, because they now have a 2-game advantage, piggybacking off of the handicap that they earned in their winners bracket run, as we are getting all of the players set here for game 2, technically, although the scoreboard would read it's game 3, it's still technically game 2. And I like Portuguese Bim Bam's chances to figure this out, because they never looked clueless. Like, they had a little bit of a screamer bounces off the back wall, but Portuguese Bim Bam never looked clueless. They just looked like maybe it was a rotation or a bump that caught them off. Their game plan is still not betraying them yet. I think they need to stick to their guns, as No Hesitation has obviously stuck to their guns.
Yeah, absolutely. And just a few little mistakes from them is what caused that. These games are completely winnable, as that is a huge demo. Smart is going to be able to get back to it, too. It's off-ball play. Hyper, we love off-ball play.
We're here for it. We're all here for it. The South American mean streak continues as the demos just keep creating goals.
Wow, just what a play. And that is the South American content that we want to see in this tournament, as Pavic's going to wait under that one. It's going to get cleared away by P. Otra taking this one. He's off the wall. It was a triple commit from the side of the Portuguese. And we see Naitya taking this one off his backboard. Pavix with a risky pre-jump, but he did get it. Spartan going to try and put it on net, but Otra gets him out of danger, and it's an open net now with the demo from Naitya. Spart not going to be able to get back to it. It is a tie game.
A 3-on-0 there at the end, as I think a demo came through in the midfield that nullified the last defender, and Spart there just had nothing to do with that. He was just trying to throw a hand up just for a miracle's sake, but No Hesitation will see it tied at 1 here with a minute elapsed.
Absolutely, and we see Pavix get another bump right there. Leaves P in the back by himself. Rafa going to try and challenge Polar. Polar gets another open net, and suddenly it goes from 1-0 to 2-1 very, very fast.
Suddenly it goes from what you would think is an SSL lobby to this could be any lobby. This could be a gold. There's all these open nets. Where's the defense gone? Are they out to lunch? What is happening?
All I know is that me or you could never keep up in this lobby.
No, for sure.
So we see Pavix get the challenge right there. Spart with a beautiful pass out, and Rafa just comes out of nowhere. That was absolutely gorgeous from Spart right there to come down. Otra just never saw him coming, and Polar was not able to get back to it in time.
All 3 players there came down. You saw Pavix get a little bit of a touch to keep the ball dead in the No Hesitation half, and both of his teammates knew the assignment, came behind him and cleaned it up. Beautiful play if you're Portuguese Bim Bam. You want to go tit for tat with No Hesitation. You know what they're capable of, but you want to stay vigilant that you can answer everything they throw at you.
Absolutely. We see Spart get the reset right there. Otra with a little bit of an awkward clear out. Nighty going to send it up for Otra, and Otra going to pinch it out to the mid. It goes straight up, though. Pavic's going to be right there waiting for it. Going to get the reset, maybe fake it out, pops it up, but Polar right there waiting for it. Rafa getting the pinch out and gets him out of a little bit of danger for now.
Pavic's going to send this one out only as far as Polar. Polar's going to try to get something going to break this deadlock. Isn't quicker than Spart, but Oaththread is going to get it past him. They're playing around here in this Portuguese corner as it rises above 2. Spart can't get a touch on it. Oh, no. Oaththread was quick enough. You'd have loved if you're Spart to get the finishing touch there. Can't get the redemption as he gets another try at it. Polar stops this one. Ooh, if you're Portuguese, you'd love that one back.
Yeah, absolutely. As Knight got a really, really awkward clear right there. And this has been some really awkward Rocket League. And honestly, awkward Rocket League is always going to be fun to watch. So I'm not complaining. This Oaththread has a chance at a double here. Gets it off his car. It bounces off the crossbar. And what a save by Rafa. Again, defense by Portuguese Bim Bam has been almost flawless.
The name of this game is Chaos. This game has just been 50 that leads into a bump that no one saw coming, to a whiff, to a no-boost player. The off-ball plays, I mean, I wish I was talented enough to cast and be an observer at the same time. That way I might be able to catch all the little nuances on the side of the pitch that happen. But for now, Rafa's going to send a testing shot towards the no-hesitation net that is set aside by Naitya. Pavic's going to set a center that goes to no one but defense. Is a beautiful touch from Oaththread to get it out. Now the attack is for no hesitation.
Yeah, and a beautiful clear by Pavix there as Rafa sends it to the backboard. Polar with a beautiful patient wait, and it just flies into the net of Portuguese Bim Bam. Look at this patience right here. It was gorgeous. And he notices Pavix is just too far out of position and puts it on his head. 1 minute and 19 seconds away from winning this Nameless Weekly.
It's almost like both teams have decided to pull the goaltender for an extra attacker. They've just decided that defense is not the move this time. Everybody at your battle stations.
They're on the power play.
They're on the power play. Both teams simultaneously on the power play. But in reality, it is Portuguese Bim Bam that are on the penalty kill because they are now down 2-0. And this is a tournament game right here. Because they couldn't pick up the first game, they had a 3-0 lead in the previous game that they saw evaporate before their eyes. So now they are staring down the barrel of elimination. If they can't get 2 quick ones, that peters toward the net, but it isn't enough.
Yeah, and 2-goal advantage with 47 seconds on the clock now. It is looking grim right here. They need to get a goal fast, and they're going to try to. Naitya pops that one up in the air. It's going to be a double commit for the side, and no hesitation from Otra to get it out there. He puts it up for Otra. Otra looking for the double. It gets the ankle. It is now 5-2, no hesitation, and this one is looking pretty done.
Yeah, no hesitation, just decided to go boss mode. They remembered who's the kings of this tournament, and they turn the pressure up. Portuguese Bim Bam just can't figure out what needs to be done. Their speed looks the same. They're just maybe a few too many open nets. Maybe they tried few too many antics at the start of the game, and now they've created a hole for themselves they just cannot dig out of.
Yeah, and some of these challenges they're taking make me say they're pretty defeated as Naitya puts the dagger in, and there is our first leave of the game. And it looks like no hesitation will be the champions of the 6th Nameless Weekly Rocket Rush.
And you love to see when the king comes back into town that the population still recognizes their royalty. As no hesitation is just going to let the clock bleed out here. And your champions for Rocket Rush Week 6 are in front of you. No hesitation. Do it in commanding fashion. They dropped a few more games than in the leading up to the grand finals than they have in the past. Dropping a game to Captain Punts, dropping a game to Zave Esports, and even to Soulless Path. But in the end, they make sure it is done and dusted, and they make sure there is no qualms or debate about who deserved to win this one.
Yeah, and even though the last game was a little bit of a blowout, I thought the first 2 games, the first game in that series was absolutely amazing. I thought that Portuguese Bim Bam did everything they could, despite the ping, despite being in South America. They played that team extremely well, and I just want to applaud them for that.
Yeah, absolutely. It can't be understated making it this far under the ping disadvantage that it is. It's very hard in Rocket League to adjust for a ping disadvantage because the ball isn't where you expect it to be. Sometimes it's going to the left and then it teleports to the right. So I wonder if that was a little bit of the reason that they couldn't get past the final boss in no hesitation, because as you saw in game 1, it was easy for them to find a little bit of success, but by game 2, it just seemed a little too insurmountable.
Yeah, absolutely. And man, just congratulations, no hesitation. Just a very strong showing for them. And they're fun to watch. That team is going to be fun to watch in any other tournament I watch. I hope to see them some more. And yeah, what a great tournament, Hyper. What an absolutely amazing tournament.
Yes, it was bullets and explosions and the whole way through. I mean, the fact that we didn't see Soulless Path again in this final as they were the defending champions, that in and of itself is pretty surprising, and it shows that the level of competition is rising. Zave Esports didn't even make it to the losers semifinals. That is not very common. You don't see that very common. Which again, it just shows, like I was saying, it just goes to show that the quality of the tournament is rising, and you love to see that. Every week we love to see new teams, new faces, new competition to make it just a little bit harder for the Kings to keep their crown. But for now, we are going to sign off from you at Nameless Esports. We hope you enjoyed your time here, and we hope to see you next week.
And try not to lose this game 1 by more than 1 goal. And what is this play coming up from Zave Esports? Are you kidding me? It looks like it was maybe a double commit. I don't want to, talk down on these guys' team play, but look at that. What?
Shrink back into their box and wait as Risky comes off the ceiling, gets a reset beautifully, puts it top ends. Again, the story completely flips for ADSF. They looked a little bit impotent in the first game, and they show that that is not their character.
A pinch out from Roxer, almost spelling danger for ADSF, but now it's Ness looking for the flip reset over 1, gets the double tap. Are you kidding me? That is the response that we are looking for. Ness says, I'm going to do it all myself. Flip reset over 2, and then the double tap. Oh.
I mean, they're playing 2 on top of each other. They're too flustered. The anger and the, I guess, pressure is getting to them incredibly well here.
Oh my goodness! What a shot!
Yes, he is showing the pressure, and that is a backboard touch. I honestly thought he was on the wrong team and scored in his own.